All right, so last time on Edge of the Empire, you guys decided that you were going to blow up this factory. That you had mission choices. You had two choices. You could pursue Gemba and try to take him out, or get a bead on him, or do stuff with him, or you could go try to take out this Imperial factory. And you guys decided to take out the factory, and it resulted in a amazing bit of piloting down a lava river. Waz did some aerobatics out on a tightrope, being spun out from the side of the ship. The Jawa stole one of your, well, it's his in his mind, shuttles and ran off. And you guys did some recon, decided to come back home and maybe put a plan together. So you're back at your asteroid base, and you have managed to dock with the base, which isn't actually that much worse for wear considering the last time you guys were on board. And that's where we find you guys.
All right, so Randall's making us missiles.
So since Randall's not here, assuming he doesn't pop in later, Randall is going to make you guys missiles, but he's going to do that whole, I stayed up all night making missiles, I have to sleep, I can't go on the mission, guys. I don't feel very good, my head hurts.
Can one of those be an ion torpedo?
You don't have a torpedo launcher. You have a concussion missile launcher. If you really want to go above and beyond, we can probably make an ion missile. But I have to ask what your expectations of that missile are, because there's nothing you guys are doing that I think they're going to be that good for.
Oh, I wanted to shoot the power generator with it.
We have ion guns for that, don't we? Or do we?
I mean, you could do that, but let me ask you this question. What is the ion missile going to do that a concussion missile wouldn't do in that scenario?
I thought it would like EMP the generator and make power go out more immediately.
And not more immediately. I mean, it will totally disable the generator. And if you were looking to take over the base, I'd be like, that's genius, and it's going to leave it intact, and you can fix it. But you're trying to get the place consumed by lava. So,
Yeah.
end result, you would have sacrificed the ability to make mini missiles to make this one super advanced missile that doesn't do anything better than your concussion missile would. You can do it if you really want to.
No, I got you. I'm tracking. We can just do the concussive missiles then.
Yeah, that made sense. So yeah, we're going to have Randall make missiles. Someone want to roll a d6 for Randall?
You got it, Jeremy, or me too?
Where's that one that always rolls fives?
I think you have your hand over it, because I think we only have the one. Nope, that one only rolls threes. Okay, now someone...
I want to try it. I just want to see if it's just Jeremy or... Oh, yeah. Good job, Jeremy.
All right. Well, that could have gone either way. So now I need someone to roll his mechanics check on a 1 red, 2 purple mechanics. He can make up to 3 missiles with the supplies he has on hand. Okay, everybody's trying to do it.
Anybody want to roll this?
Go for it.
Yeah, you got it.
You said a red and 2 purples, right?
Yes, sir. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and say you get with the 3 advantage. You guys can have all 3 missiles. So he manages to crank out 3 concussion missiles in the time it takes you guys to prep. If you want to get more supplies and take more time, you absolutely could and get a full load of missiles. But I'm assuming that you're somewhat doing a rush job here. And that means that he has to work with what's on base.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to do other things too.
Yep. Well, that's just for... He's not here, so we're just rolling his stuff. So you guys could absolutely do other things too.
Can I get with Clean and get those sensors installed?
Sure.
Don't you want Cole to do that?
Cole's dead.
Fuck.
Yeah, I want Mr. Clean to do it. The dead
Makes
guy's not going to
sense.
help very much.
Makes sense.
Payne quickly closes the door to his lab.
Oh yeah, dead. Right.
There we go. Just trying to get that music going. All right. So, you want Mr. Clean working on the heat shielding and the sensors?
Yes.
Okay. So I have a reference on how much bandwidth you guys have. How many days are you planning on spending between arriving at this asteroid base and launching back out on this mission?
I was thinking max like a day, maybe 2. If we can try to fit it all in.
Well, we'll see. All right, who's going to help Mr. Clean with the sensors on the 929?
I can help him if he needs it.
Well, he's going to need it if you want to do it in a day.
Oh boy.
Okay. So... That's not the right card. That's not the right card. I bet I got rid of the card I need. Let's see if I could remember it. I think it was 2 yellows and a green was Mr. Clean's mechanics check. And then if one of you is helping him, we'll go ahead and give you 2 boosts, because you're docked at a friendly base and people are going to be helping. Someone give me that check against 3 purples. Alright. So he manages to get some very basic proximity sensors, and it's literally like a backup sensor where like he's just stuck it to the side. If you get too close to anything, it just starts beeping. And it gets more insistent the closer you get to something until you hit it. The heat shielding, he manages to make a modification to the shields where you can replace the shield rating of the ship to give you a resistance to the lava, down to the point where you could almost touch the lava without affecting the ship too badly.
Nice. Good job, Clean.
So there's like a montage of him working on shield generators and you guys stringing sensors into the side of the ship, and Randall's coming out here with these massive concussion missiles and he's like forklifting them into the launcher one at a time. I mean, concussion missiles aren't too massive, but you know, you guys know how explosive they are, so. Mr.
We
Payne.
didn't get any XP last time, did we?
Yeah, we completed the mission.
Okay.
Mr. Payne,
Yeah.
what you doing? You've won.
I was helping. I was helping the Mr. Clean.
Okay, you were helping too? Alright.
I thought you said I had to.
He does need help, but that wasn't going to make it you. Their captain guy, who on the ship is doing what of the NPC variety? How are you assigning your workers?
I guess, man, I didn't even think about this. Is Vampire back here?
Yep.
Okay.
She's alive.
And then we've got Brave, Machine, and Lucy, huh?
What would thermal shielding for personal armor do for us with lava? Anything?
Nah, not really. There's not
Okay.
much at if you're dropped in lava. There's not much on a personal scale that's going to help you.
So
They-
jump
they-
boots would be the way to go.
Those were one way. I had a couple things that I threw out there that you guys completely glossed over. So I'm not saying there's no way for you to survive if you end up out of the ship and going towards lava, but there isn't going to be anything in the generator that's going to fix it. Let me put it that way.
Oh.
Gotcha.
And because we missed it last time, that's it?
Pretty much. I mean, you might want to skim back through the Discord. I mentioned one of the things blatantly, and then you guys kind of went on a different tangent right afterwards. That, for anyone watching the VOD, is the sound of all of my players scrambling to the Discord, scrolling up as hard as possible.
No, I was thinking about jump boots. How hard is it to get jump boots added?
Do you have them? Do you have the supplies for them? I mean, in the 1 day time frame on the asteroid base, it's going to be pretty hard. If you are on a port, that has the right rarity level, not hard at all.
Because if everybody had a jump boots or a jetpack, that would definitely help not falling directly into the lava.
It absolutely would. That would help
I mean,
dramatically.
you're still a piloting check away from launching yourself into the lava, but
No one here despairs. It's never happened.
right.
Kizik, I haven't heard anything from you.
Is Vampire still around?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we
Does
will.
she have any... She doesn't make things, she just buys things. I'm looking for... She wouldn't have jump boots or like a parachute
No.
or a
I think
crash.
Parachute's what you're looking for.
I feel like we just had this conversation.
Isn't
I-
a parachute just a slow cooker?
I mean, you could probably paraglide off the thermals. That wouldn't... It depends on where
That's
you're at.
Oh, that's a solid point. Can we just add, can we just make gliders to add to, like parachutes and exactly like you just said?
I mean, I'll give you the opportunity to try to craft some parachutes out of the supplies on hand. Gliders are a little bit harder because of where you store them, because, the wings and shit being big. But I'll give you the opportunity to try to do that. Somebody's got to try to craft it.
What are we crafting?
It's going to be a simple gear check, which is a 2 purple check. It's 50 credits per shoot.
Question, could I make organic gliders for them? Just sprout from their back? Like
Not-
wings, but
not-
not flying?
Not in 1 day. After years of research and genetic manipulation, maybe. But not by tomorrow.
I thought I had a grapple gun somewhere. Has anybody seen it?
It might be integrated into one of your sets of armor. I think I remember you having one. With that said, that's probably... Well, I don't know. You got a utility belt. You got a grapple line, at least.
Okay.
Captain, maybe we should do a shopping mission for a mission like this.
I mean, the more time we take, the more time they have to, bolster defenses.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I guess what I'm looking at is we're going up against essentially a well-armed super fortress in the middle of a lava planet. I don't know that there's any amount of preparation that's going to make it that much worse versus us just running in there and dying.
I mean, it's also worth remembering your core skills. Clean would remind you that you picked him up while you guys were doing a heist, and this really isn't any different or more difficult than the heist you did where you met him. I mean, you guys raided a blast tech facility. That place was a freaking fortress compared to this.
That's true.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's like comparing a fortress to a fortress, Blade. Except that fortress wasn't on a planet made of lava.
I mean, yeah, but lava doesn't shoot at you. Corsac
What's-
did.
Actually, lava can shoot at you. Just has a terrible aim.
So, does Mr. Clean have anything that he would like to suggest here? Does he want to go with us?
I mean, Mr. Clean was under the assumption that he was staying in charge of the ship while you guys went to do the dangerous shit.
That's usually what happens, yeah. Machine and Brave, can they fly the little firefighter ships?
Their skills to do such things. They have no trained skill in flying or shooting gunnery. They have a 3 agility. So it's a 3 green check for them to do any piloting or gunnery checks.
They're better at it than me.
Hey, I won't sneer at that 3 green check. It saved Kizik's life.
Yeah, no, that 3 green check, there's nothing to sneer about that. I literally have a green and a yellow. I would take 3 green over a green and a yellow every day.
Okay. All right, and then can I get my cybernetics plugged into the YV?
Yep. Oh, that was one of the updates you guys were going to do. Yeah, that can be included in the checks you guys already did.
Okay, cool. I mean, I went back to the Discord, and you're talking about the little lava bucket droids.
Yes.
What's their major function? I mean, like, they're transporting heavy minerals to the refinery, right?
They pan the lava rivers for heavy and rare minerals that they then fly up to the refinery at the base of the facility. They have flat heads. There may or may not be one of those movies
we could ride them.
That wasn't as good where you stood on them.
Would we have to data spike them first in order to get them where we want them to go?
It's one possible solution.
Okay.
So I'll also go ahead and give you something for free. If the ship were blown apart and you guys fell out like, candy out of a piñata, I was going to roll and see how many of you actually managed to land on one of those things.
Ah.
That was the original plan.
Nice. I like that plan. Mainly because we can die horribly in it.
Well, as opposed to you fell out of ship and are going to fall into lava. So.
Right. Alright, I don't think I'm going to need the breath mask. I might. There's a lot of sulfurous stuff over there.
Are you wearing your shock rider suit? Doesn't that come with a helmet?
Yes. Yes, it does.
It doesn't actually specify that it comes with a breathing apparatus, but I would assume that it does. Yeah, he's holding a helmet, and it's for spacecraft. I'm going to assume that it comes with a rebreather. Maybe not.
I'm just going to
maybe not a great one, but it has one.
All right, get my data spikes. How else is everybody else gearing up?
I didn't really change any of my gear. I have lots of stim packs, some blastocast bullshit, Nullcane, med aid patches, and then all the med packs and trauma packs.
I'm glad you're coming because I don't have any med packs.
I have enough for everybody. I have enough for everybody. You'd have to be in you'd have to really fuck up for me not to be able to keep you up. Like falling in the lava. That one you're fucked. I'm not. I'll wave at you.
You turn around and see Waz talking to Ember, his shoulder-mounted flamethrower.
What is he saying?
Dude, you can't imagine all of the hot enough stuff that's on this planet. Like, you're up here, like, we were flying through the air the last time. I was slowly going towards it. We're going to have fun.
Does anybody think that bringing a flamethrower to a lava planet is kind of like pouring ice water on ice.
I mean, I get where you're coming from, but it could still like more heat in the right place applied at the right time could be very beneficial.
Assuming it's actually hotter than what's already there, yes.
Yeah,
Can you melt rock with your flamethrower?
I can try.
I like that. He can try.
I also got a couple of toxins. I don't expect them to be any good, but I have some. Oh, I got an energy slingshot. I forgot about that.
I'm sure that'll come in handy.
I doubt it.
So do I.
I can't imagine I would pull that over the one of the other things, but
Can I wrap myself in a thermal cloak before I go into the lava? I'll get like 2 seconds, right?
no, that just keeps the heat in. It doesn't keep the heat out.
You ever had an
Oh,
enchilada?
Yeah, I'll cook very well.
I feel like that's like just wrapping yourself in tinfoil.
Yeah, I think so.
I guess it'd be more like having a tamale because it's not really an edible outside thing. Only the inside's edible.
Yeah.
I can't find my card for my armor.
Do you remember what kind of armor it was?
Laminate.
No, that's easy. We got that everywhere. Hold on. We'll just steal one of Matt's many
Yeah, I have
sets
4.
sets of laminate armor.
Here you go. Here, you need one? There's like a
I'll paste it
group
over
of them.
here.
Hey, Matt, you know we have these backpacks to put our gear in, right?
Yeah, I do. So what I do is like
Just wondering.
the stuff that's over here is stuff that I'm thinking about carrying.
Okay. And the stuff that's over here is stuff that you're thinking about not carrying?
This is stuff that's like in my room on the ship.
Oh yeah. Why would you put it in your why would you put it away? You just have it laying out on the floor.
Right, yeah, I don't clean up after myself.
Totally makes
That's what the
sense
droids are
now.
for.
No.
I want to see all my stuff.
I didn't give him an awesome armory to sort everything out and keep the gear and shit.
Oh no. I now have a perfect excuse for like how to steal things. I just walk into his room and just take whatever I want.
And it's on the floor, so it's not like he'll notice.
Right. So what's he gonna be like? Hey, has anyone seen my ghost light blaster pistol? I don't know if he's spinning it in my hand, going, "Nope." Have you seen mine?
Fine, I'll clean up. Jeez, thanks, Mom.
I think we've discussed.
He's allocated time for you to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get
Right
you get
between
15
poop
minutes.
sessions.
Yep. Right after a poop session, you get 15 minutes while your hands are drying to clean your room.
All right,
You
here.
better be washing
I'm
your
just
hands.
I'm gonna put on
You
a
better be
trap
washing your hands.
utility vest, and I'll put all my stuff in my vest.
But your 3 data... Actually, your 3 data spikes would fit in there.
Tom links in my helmet. It'll take a grenade, right?
Yeah, you put a grenade in your vest. See? I like that.
Wait until I get shot.
That's an EMP grenade, so it'll only tingle a little bit.
I don't have that with me.
All right. How big is this thing?
It's
The
pretty,
Y29.
it's pretty decent sized. I
Okay.
had a floor plan of it posted in the Discord at some point.
Can we fit the LUV on it?
Maybe. Let me check something real quick and I'll get right back to you.
Because that's an air car, right?
Yeah, it's a repulsor car. It's It's a land speeder, not an air speeder. There's a distinction. It's only meant to
Yes.
be like a few feet off the ground.
But it wouldn't crash into the lava per se. There's a chance it could hit the lava and keep going. Not necessarily a good chance, but better than I have.
Better than you have by far.
Yes.
Not necessarily
put one
something
under.
you'd want to do.
I didn't say I wanted to do it. I just wanted an option.
You guys have lots of options. You're doing fine. You're so worried. You're gonna be fine. It's nothing to worry about. All right, let me see here. This is cargo bay. I think your biggest problem is going to be how do you get it on and off. I'm assuming one is a freight loading area.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, freight and loading area. I was thinking we just scoot it right out of there. If we go to crash, we just drive out the back like the A-team.
I'm going to allow it until I see some sort of scale that says otherwise. But when it's in this, it's got to be in that hallway. And when it's in there, it takes up like the whole space. So moving through there is crawling over top of the vehicle. So it's not convenient, but you can do it.
Is the 929 like the same size as Firefly, or a little bit smaller?
Smaller.
Smaller.
The reason I picked the transport you have as the Proto Shadow is because it is the right size and rough roll. It is basically the same purpose and everything else as your Firefly, that because you wanted to be Firefly and do heists. So I picked a ship that fit that role. I know it doesn't look like it, but it's not about what it looks like. It's not about its shape. It's about what function it serves and its size.
Yeah. Motion of the ocean and all that stuff. Alright, Kizik's way too quiet. What is he doing?
I'm just loaded up. I don't plan on getting out of this thing. I think we're going to fly by, pull all of our weapons, and keep on flying. And if we get
No,
shot
that's
down,
not the plan.
there's a different plan.
Yeah, the plan is like we're gonna get these 2 firefighter trucks that are shooting like ice stuff. We're gonna dam up the lava flow. We've got to
And take out the generator.
You got to take out the generator, and then we got to land, and then I guess it's gonna be Machine and what's his face? Sorry, Brave. I keep forgetting your name.
See, Kizik's confused because it's not the plan that you put in the Discord.
No, we talked about this at the end of last session. I wrote it down. We're getting the missiles made, which we got. Did we do heat sinks yet?
So heat shields. You have a heat shield, and you have your beeper that tells you when you're getting too close to the walls, and you have your cybernetic uplink, and you have 3 concussion missiles for the ship.
Okay,
Test.
the beeper's gonna be going off constantly.
Test.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, just making sure.
So anyway, yeah, we're gonna fly up the canyon. We're gonna drop people off to get into those firefighter cruiser thingies. They're gonna make a dam, make lava seep under the factory. We're gonna basically take out the factory's heat sinks, shields, whatever they are, by splitting the power generator.
So here's what I'm
It sounds
seeing.
like you wrote down every individual plan that you guys talked about.
It sounds that way. So you're planning to send Brave and Machine to get the firefighters, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that means we're going to disembark. So I'm going with them.
Are you? Okay.
That makes the most sense to me.
Sure.
I can run block for them, and take out the generator if you guys fail to do so before we get there.
Okay.
Can you
Would it be
quickly?
better for? What's the best way for us to disembark? Because we're coming down the lava tube. Is there going to be a place where we can, stop and roll without you stopping the ship and being a target?
Well, I could spin the ship while you A-team the love out.
Okay, I was thinking that might work.
I think that will work. I want you to realize that Dex would realize that the 929 is not a super maneuverable ship. There's a lot of anti-aircraft guns. This is a very difficult maneuver you're talking about doing. It is possible, though.
Probably would be easier to do a flyby. And we poop out as you pass and aim for the not lava.
You mean like from the air? Is that what you wanted parachutes for?
No.
Tie
I
them
don't.
to below?
We would be in the air, but as low to the ground as you can get, so that we at worst crash and don't die.
I gotcha. Okay, so I saw this on Mythbusters. If you accelerate relatively to the same speed that I'm accelerating forward, when you come out of the back of the ship, you'll be stationary.
Come again.
If you gun it facing forward out of the back, his forward motion and your reverse motion will mean that you're stationary if you use just the right amount of acceleration.
Exactly. We can poop you out. That's what I'm saying.
All right. That's I didn't know that. So yeah, that sounds like a plan. What's Brave and Machine's space or planetary piloting?
They don't have They don't have skills in it, so it's just their agility, which is your 3 green.
So it's 3 green versus green and a yellow.
So in truth,
Yep,
they're both like metagame. They're Imperial Stormtroopers with 1 upgrade. Like they get their minion upgrade for having each other even when they're not together. So their trained skills are athletics, discipline, melee, and ranged heavy. And they have 1 yellow in each of those, plus their 2 greens. Everything else is 3 greens or their standard stats.
Nope, that's all good.
so I'll be driving one of the firefighters, apparently.
No, with the 3 green, they're relatively flight. I mean, they're probably not going to come back from this mission, but I can clone them.
We're gonna have so many Kevins.
Hi, my name's Kevin. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm Brave Kevin. Hi, I'm Machine Kevin. That's how it's gonna be.
No, they're all just Kevin, like a hive mind.
Oh, we are Kevin.
No. They don't understand the participles.
Oh. Alright, but yeah, I liked a bunch of different plans, so I tried to come up with a plan that incorporated a bunch of them.
So here's what I'm seeing. We fly in. As you fly by, somebody's going to take a shot with a missile launcher. Or as we fly up, somebody's going to take a shot with a missile launcher.
Right.
The ship shoots missiles.
Yes.
Yes. But we have to trigger that.
So somebody takes that shot. If you successfully take out the generator, then that's one of Brave and Machine and I's mission parameters off the books. If you fail, that becomes our I think that becomes
Primary objective.
Primary objective. Yes. With secondary being to dam the lava up with the firefighters.
Yes, and the entire time, well, no, because I'm going to have to stop the ship, aren't I? I'm going to have to land.
Why are you going to stop the ship?
Because once I'm in I'm in the canyon going one direction, I can't just turn around. I'll get blasted out of the air.
Why would you stop the ship?
To assist.
How would that not get you blasted out of the air?
Because AA guns are pointed at the air.
Oh,
right?
And you think if you're in the lava field, we're below the firing radius of the AA guns?
That was what I was assuming. Am I wrong? We looked at it, and that's what we thought, right?
It is what I thought. I do not know if that's correct.
Roll me a warfare check.
Strong silence is making me feel less comfortable.
Right? Oh, God. After the shenanigans of last time.
Give me a 1 purple warfare check.
Okay.
So,
Heyo.
coming in through the lava tube, the reason that worked was because the big shield generator, it goes up like an umbrella and then it comes all the way to where it touches the ground and then it stops. The lava tube creates like a ceiling above you where you can pass through the shield at speed, which is not something you could do anywhere else. Directly on the other side of that tube, you saw the anti-aircraft emplacement that's here. When you're directly next to that anti-aircraft emplacement, it will be able to shoot you, but its guns can't depress to shoot you. It's kind of like a grenade cone. Like, you know how a lot of the shrapnel from a grenade cones up and out? That's kind of how the anti-aircraft guns are designed to shoot. So if you're like right at the deck next to it, moving at, high speed, there is a very brief window where it can shoot you. These are the anti-aircraft guns. This is the shield. This is the shield generator, and the power generator is underneath the deck right here. These are anti-capital ship guns. It's not that they can't shoot your ship; they can, and if they hit it, they will fuck it in one turn. Like it's they're meant to shoot. They're meant to shoot Star Destroyers in orbit. However, their ability to hit your tiny, fast-moving ship is going to be one of those insane checks.
Dude, secondary objective pain, you should go get one of those and turn it on the factory.
That's a valid tactic. That's one of the tactics I thought you guys were going to originally come up with.
Hold up. If that's the case, then why? Hold on. What if we do that as the secondary? So you guys go in and just come up and down the lava tube, firing your missiles until you take out the generator. While they're distracted with that shit, Brave and I will go take the fucking giant big ass gun and tear into this thing.
Torch into the lava overflow and just burn the whole place to the ground. But
I mean, once you destroy the power generator, the heat sinks are going to lose power. Once the heat shields lose power, that's exactly what's going to start happening. It's not going to happen instantaneously, but
right.
Like that place is pretty much a goner if that generator's gone, unless they have some form of power generation you don't know about.
Yeah, and if we take out the power generator, the big guns, going to still work?
That's a valid question, but I don't know how Dex could possibly know the answer to it, so I'm not going to give you the answer.
My guess is they've either got it or got something in the works along the lines of geothermal power production. Right. But we didn't see that. We couldn't know that. We could only suspect it. And that would make sense, because no one would have a single generator to power this whole thing without a plan to have something else at some point.
Yeah, good point.
But moot point, if we have this big gun over here and we just start taking it apart, wouldn't matter.
Yeah, true.
Alternatively, another option, as Mr. Waz likes his infiltration, that could be his job to get to the big gun.
Is that something you think you could do, Waz?
Just jumping over lava to single-handedly try to take down. I don't know how armed are those.
That's going to be another warfare check. It is a standard placement, so there's a chance one of you would know, but it's not public information. So let's call it 1 red, 1 purple. Anyone can make it, though.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. No, I didn't do well that time.
Had to say it.
I gotta fail something tonight, and I don't want it to be the lava flying.
Okay. Whoever just rolled that, we will say that at one point on one of those backwater colonies, you did explore the ruins of one of the Old Republic versions of this, and you found that there's like 2 shifts of gunners worth, so like a half dozen people, and there's basically like a stateroom and a gunnery room, and that's it. but you're guessing there's probably 6 to 8 stormtroopers / gunners in there, and they kind of live there.
Yeah, that's a tough challenge, Captain. But that would be that's a tertiary. If I'm just in with you and we just zipping up and down the lava tube, shooting everything that we can, that's that I feel like is a better chance than to jump in here and try to solo take out a big one.
Lucy
I
raises
agree,
her
that's
hand
not
and she's
appealing.
like, "I could help."
Which
Lucy
one are you
could
trying to help with, Lucy?
I'm good at infiltration, and I think I am anyway. I dream about it all the time.
Okay, all right. That makes sense. Waz, is that doubles your chances, right?
Yeah. We want to make a parachute. Can we parachute over there?
I think you'd want to paraglide over there.
Yeah, you can make that. I thought you guys rolled checks for that earlier. Maybe you didn't.
No, we did not. We did not get around to that.
Okay. So you can do it with either survival or mechanics. I'm guessing mechanics is a better skill for you guys. But you can do it either way. And I think it's like a 2 purple check, and it's 50 credits worth of materials per shoot.
I'm gonna try it with survival. I'm gonna crush it with survival. I'm real excited about this thing now. I'm gonna float over top of the lava on this really cool wing set. Oh, I gotta make one for Lucy now.
I shall be back in approximately 2 minutes.
As far as materials, we could just use one of the tents we have and a thermal cloak. That should do it. Especially since thermal cloaks are made to keep heat in. We turn it one way, it'll hold the heat down and give it more umph.
Oh yeah, maybe.
We need another tent. That one had a hole in it.
It's on the
Bird got
door.
a
And
little
we used
excited.
to,
You mean to
We're
try
testing.
to make one?
Well, I made one, and then I tried to make another one for Lucy. We were testing the heat resistance of it and got a little carried away.
All right, I'll try mechanics on it. Hold on.
looks like you guys got it. I mean, I made a hand puppet.
Pains has like directions, and you can pull this thing to turn one way. Waz's kind of looks like a parachute. He's not quite sure how it's going to work, but he knows it's going to be good.
Mine's like a Batman cape. You just stretch your arms out and then
Ooh.
press the button, and it goes rigid.
Nicely done.
Only works for. I only have the ladies version. It won't support the weight of a.
It's a
what's your race
V-neck.
name? Yeah.
It's got a holster for like 6 different knives that Lucy has.
What are you guys talking about?
I made one of the gliders.
Parasails.
Yeah, out of a thermal cloak.
Waz made one, and he made one for Lucy.
Yeah,
So we're talking about how cool hers is compared to mine.
It's got a heart and her name tag in it too.
Comes with a pair of matching sunglasses.
And it's got a little packet of freeze-dried ice cream in there.
She's all about that.
I
So
would have given it regular ice cream, but being as the lava would have turned it into coal, I didn't think that would help.
So no one wants to try to use the environmental exosuit that's just chilling on board the ship that you guys have all seen.
Have I seen that now?
I mean, several people went back there. Lucy's definitely going to have been talking about it.
If I didn't think it would help me, and I didn't know who it would help the most, so I have no opinion on it.
Fuck it. I'll wear it. Can I fly in it? It doesn't look like it can.
It's not a flight suit. It is,
Yeah.
however, pretty badass. And what basically, when you start mentioning it, Clean's going to be like, so I was putting that together in case we had to like spacewalk, but it is really good at harsh conditions. And I kind of worked with the Mon Cal a little bit on making some modifications. And here's a stat block for it. He's going to be like, it's a little finicky, but it's well equipped.
I had a question.
Mhm.
Is there a way to make a something that releases carbonite into my central processing core? Like, not a lot of it, just a little bit to keep me from overheating.
Mini torpedo launcher.
Yeah. It's not going to do you much good on this mission because you're not going to be underwater, but yeah.
Yeah.
The flechette rifle probably will do you some good. To answer your question, I'm not sure. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that would do that.
I didn't see that. Levi's. I could have just seen Waz just slowly walking out of the lava in that environmental suit and just knocking on the door.
That's who I thought this was made for.
Have you heard of the Latter-day Saints?
Yeah. Do you have a
May
moment
I?
to speak?
Yes. Would you like to speak to our Lord and Savior, your Ember?
Do you believe in God? Do you
I
have a
believe
plan
in
for your
virgin
afterlife?
Now's a good time to sort that out.
This thing has an 8 encumbrance.
Meanwhile, Pain is like, there is no God. Boom.
I don't feel
What are you
like
going through my stuff?
I don't feel like I should have to point this out, but I'm going to anyway. This rifle is built into that armor. It is not separable.
Ah.
Would
Limited
that
ammo.
be something we should put Machine or Brave in?
Ooh, that's an idea.
So, in this armor, relative to the facility, you would be able to walk around not in the lava, but outside without any issues because it's made for hostile environments. It is slow, so like your movement speed is highly restricted. You lose your free maneuver. It is slow, but it's got a bunch of features on here that it's got a bunch of features that aren't on here.
And they can't pilot a ship, so that would negate the reason for sending one of them.
Yeah, but Vampire could walk around in it.
That is true. I don't know how interested in helping us she's going to be, but that is true.
Yeah, this really isn't her deal. I'll take Randall. Randall will be in the suit.
I'll let you do that if you want, but he'll probably die.
Oh boy. Yeah, let's put Randall. No. Can I call Clax back real quick?
You guys killed him in the last episode.
Technically, we didn't kill him.
Yeah, I don't know about we.
No, I'm pretty sure Pain killed him. Can't kill the shit out.
No. At that point, that was not him anymore.
Vampire got better.
Yeah, she is a something special. Clax was not.
Let's all be honest. Clax killed himself.
Yes.
All right, let's wing it.
I got one last question. Are there any organisms that survive in that environment?
You talk about in the lava?
Not necessarily in the lava.
I mean, yeah, there's wildlife on this planet.
What about things that kill viruses, predators, spiders?
Yes, there's all those things. It's a planet. There's one last consideration for the captain that I definitely want you to think of. If you guys all get captured by the enemy, who's coming to save you if you take all these people with you?
Mr. Clean?
Clean and
Yeah,
Randall.
Queen. And Vampire. And apparently Master Waz, because he's still on the ship. And they can bring the exosuit.
Okay, so you're not taking that with you?
I can't.
I'll leave that over
I can't fly in it.
Okay, I'll just leave that here for future use.
Quickly can you get in and out of it? I'm assuming not quickly, right?
Not very, no.
Not by myself.
Ideally, you'd want to have somebody in it before you guys started the mission.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, you could always put Lucy in it and have her carry Wes.
You pulled
She's going to baptize me in the pit of fire.
You guys pulled the 929 out of the dock into space and start heading off into hyperspace.
To the wild blue yonder. It's black. It's black out here.
Feel free to continue talking about it, but I'm assuming you're en route now.
Yeah. Grab a drink. Somebody hand me a whiskey.
Are we having a meeting?
Captain, drinking and flying are actually against regulations.
What, like imperial regulations?
Especially right before. No, I wrote some ship-wide regulations recently, loosely based on both Imperial and Republic current regulations.
I didn't
flying.
sign the handbook.
Oh,
So.
yes, you did. It's your signature is right here. I stamped it for you. You're welcome.
Nope, it's a stamp. It doesn't hold up.
Actually, it does. You gave me the stamp. I had your signature where you gave it to me.
Are you a notary?
Don't bother me with these things, Payne. Just do it. That's what you said.
I don't think that's what I said.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, I play your recording. It's word for word, almost exact.
Deep fake. Fake news.
Yeah, so anyway, yeah, so you, those are the rules, Captain. We don't drink. I hand you a water. It's ice cold.
Yeah, I'm not going to trust anything you hand me.
I've saved your life so many times.
You have made my life difficult so many times.
To be fair, you hired me, so wouldn't that mean you were making your life difficult?
I guess, yep.
You pay me to make your life difficult.
It's true too. Very true. Maybe that should end.
Good luck with that, Captain.
I don't know when I'm going to poop again without you. I'm lost.
So, give me an astrogation check.
Oh boy.
2 purples from the Capitan.
That's your astrogation check? Mine's better.
Yeah, you're a bot. You should have done it.
He
I
can't.
thought I just assumed you had a better astrogation check.
I passed. This is why I bought an R2 unit.
Yes, but that's back on the ship. I wonder if I can do this without crashing the whole game.
Hey, do we tell the rebels we're going to attack this place?
I don't think we said anything to anybody.
Sounds good.
It's all super secret. The only people that know are our people. And the Empire that totally know we're coming.
I'm sure you'll be fine. There we go. That's what I'm looking for.
Who is it?
Alright, so how far out do you want to come out of hyperspace from the planet?
How far out? What did we do last time? I think we jumped like directly,
No,
like seriously close, right?
last time you jumped into a high standard orbit with the Proto Shadow. So you were still technically in orbit, but you were at the very edge of orbit.
Okay. I feel like this is a trick question. I don't know enough about the
So
universe.
if you jump super close to the planet, then you... So there's pros and cons, right? Like, you don't have very far to go. Alternately, if there is anything there, defense-wise, you're right on top of it, and there's no chance to, like, be sneaky or make any decisions. You're just in combat. If you drop way out on the edge of the system, then you have warning, but so do they, and it's, you know, you have more options, but you also then have to take a long time to get to those options.
I think the plan was to be as sneaky as possible up until the last minute, so we'll jump far out, try to take our time to get in.
Okay.
Because I think we're going to come, we're going to try to get in that channel as far away from the base as possible.
Okay. So you guys...
Last time, wait. I was muted. I've been talking. Last time what we did is we came in low orbit, dark side of the, or back side of the planet, and then followed the lava channel up. That's stealthy. If we come out from far out, I feel like that's just increasing the distance of which we have to roll stealth checks and not get spotted.
You guys would have time to discuss this on hyperspace, so you can do it either way.
Come on the back side of the planet, on the opposite side of the factory.
Yep.
It's a lot of flying.
Yeah. I mean, what is your other plan? Just to go straight into it while you get shot down by the big AA guns?
No, I don't want to do that at all. I think we're on the same page here anyway.
We want to do pretty close to what we did last time.
Yeah, I think that's what I said anyway in the very beginning. I was like, "What did we do last time?" Because that's what
you got. Let me put a GM explanation point on this. You got spotted last time. That's what you did.
When we were leaving, though, right?
No, on the way in. On the way in, you got spotted. Like, it's yes, you did all of those things and were seen. So just explanation point.
I guess if you want to try it farther out, we can try it and see if it goes different.
There's nothing wrong with the tactic either way. It's just I need to know where to place all the assets irrelevant to you.
I gotcha. Yeah, I think we're gonna try to do what we did last time and come in on the backside and fly. Yep.
Okay, so you're gonna fly nap of the Earth. So for the first leg, which is the longest one of your flight, So you're not going to see anything when you come out of hyperspace. You're going to fly to the planet and then try to get nap of the Earth. So go ahead and give me a standard 2 purple piloting. How are we doing the ship system? We're powering down, I'm assuming, being as quiet as possible.
Very sneaky, sir.
Okay. So that requires you to have your shields and weapons powered off in order to be that sneaky.
But we need the shields on so that we have the heat.
Not until you get down to the lava, you don't.
Okay, I got you.
Okay. Was that your check? You passed?
No, I haven't done it yet.
Okay. So you make it all the way down to the lava bed, flip on your shields, assuming you use your 2 advantages to skip that step. So you turn your shields on, you start running along the lava tubes. Are you going to fly in the lava canyon all the way around, or are you just going to fly semi-close to the ground until you get closer?
I'm trying to stay completely under guns and sensors.
Patrols. We know they have patrols of those missile carriers.
Mm-hmm. You do.
So even if I have to run slower, I want to run under.
Okay, specifying you're running slower does make it somewhat easier, but you're going to be in the lava rivers and like hopping between stuff, right?
Right.
Okay. All right, give me 1 red, 1 purple.
Here goes, guys. It's good knowing you. Oh, I didn't get fucked.
Okay. So you managed to stay in the canyon, and you've gotten to the point now where you're in the same hemisphere as the base. Where's everybody else on the ship, aside from the captain who's concentrating at the cockpit?
I've got Brave and I are in the Love, prepped and ready to jump out of it.
Excellent.
Waz is sitting at the gunner station right behind the captain.
Okay. So there's several sets of guns and gunner stations for each. I think you're the only person who's in a position to see it, though. So, Waz, you're not really concentrating. What gun are you using, first off? That might help a little bit.
Can the captain shoot the concussion missiles?
The captain is the only person that can shoot the concussion missiles.
Then I'm on the ion.
Okay. Those are on port and starboard. Which one?
I'm going to be... Oh, wow. So the gunner station in the little thing has like a computer thing. So I guess I'm looking at one of the little terminals that says I'm on the port side. I'm on the port side.
Okay. Give me a perception or vigilance, whichever is better. 2 purples. It's a pretty big deal. You probably will see it. The only reason the captain wouldn't see it is because he's concentrating on not killing everyone. Okay. So as you're zipping in and out of these lava cannons, and Dex is he's in full concentration mode, so he's not really looking at the sensor boards. He's just trying not to crash the ship.
I haven't turned the music off.
Yeah, he's even slowed down to a reasonable granny speed. So, Waz, you're on the weapon sensors, and you get a few pings, and you're like, where are these coming from? And you're worried it's patrols. You start zooming in, and you realize that there's a shit ton of fighters flying up from the factory, and you follow them with your sensors and realize there's 2 capital ships in orbit. One of them is a Nebulan B frigate, and the other is a cruiser carrier, Quasar Fire cruiser carrier. These were not here last time.
Captain, there's a couple of big ships in orbit, and it looks like a bunch of fighters are leaving the place we're headed towards, and I think they're going to the big frigates. Also,
Okay.
great job flying.
Yeah, this could be really bad.
That just means when I get one of those giant gun platforms, I've got multiple targets.
I guess that's true. Okay, so how many fighters?
A bunch of them.
Give me another perception check. Dex, give me another flight check, because now your attention is divided.
Still 2 purples?
Yep, all the checks are the same.
Booyah!
That's a
I did
failure.
not pass.
I
But I
didn't
triumphed.
see it.
Okay, so the good news is Waz is going to be able to tell you all sorts of information. The bad news, well,
Oh, I got 4 successes and a triumph.
oh, that was okay. So those are reversed, is what I thought.
Waz
Okay,
didn't see it.
you both triumphed, but one of you failed and triumphed, and I thought it was Ghost, but it's actually Waz. All right, so I feel like this is a shut up moment. A shut up, I'm concentrating moment. How would you like to spend your triumphs?
Can I scan one of the ships to see like who it belongs to?
Sure. I'll give you incredibly detailed information on one of the ships. Ghost, how do you want to spend your triumph?
I'm just picturing this as like maybe a lava bubble burst, and I saw it because I was like tuning Waz out anyway. I'd really only asked him how many ships there were so that I could concentrate further anyway. Like I wasn't paying too close attention to him.
Oh, so you were basically like, go away and do something else and leave me alone. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like, oh yeah, how many? Yeah, that's great, honey.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll give you your triumph is there are 2 of those AA crawlers up ahead, and as you peeked over one of the crests, you saw them. There is a path around them. Alternately, you could try to take them out if you didn't want them at your back. You can choose it. You're going to have to roll for it, unless you want to shoot them. But you can choose to just bypass them if you'd like.
I'm trying to take that in. 2 AA crawlers.
Yep, just like the one you shot up last time.
Anti-air. It's a big tank full of missiles.
I want to bypass those.
Okay, you can use your triumph for that. Waz, pick one of those ships.
The frigate.
The Nebula B frigate? Okay,
Yes.
That's a good one. So you slide over to the sensor station, clack a few buttons. You're about to hit the scan button, and then you're like, that's a really bad idea. If we active scan, everyone's going to know we're here. And then you remember there were some satellites in orbit last time, so you start slicing into one of those and doing your spy thing. I'm not going to make you roll for any of this. It's all narrative. But I'm just explaining how you get this info without killing everybody. So you tap into one of the satellites, and it does a detailed scan of the ship, which does immediately shoot that satellite down. But before it does, you get a full scan of this Nebula B frigate. It is a carrier refit of a peculiar design. It's got factories on board. It seems to be able to produce and hold a abnormal number of fighters for what it is. And it's got a ton of scientific labs, advanced communication suites. It's not a standard run-of-the-mill escort frigate.
I take all of that in as we like bumping and bopping, and we just miss that big old lava bubble.
Okay.
Does it have a owner? Is it Imperial?
It is, yes.
Who's the captain? Or is that too much?
You rolled a triumph, and this information was going to come out today anyway, so I will grab some info and fill it in. It belongs to an Imperial scientist who is known for creating advanced TIE fighters for various Imperial factions. He was rather famous for being one of the creators of the TIE Phantom and for having a huge battle where he wiped out a huge rebel base over the planet of Polis Massa. After the Empire was defeated at Alderaan, he floated around the galaxy working for various warlords and has since come into the employ of Lady Jarrah. If you guys remember your Starfighter campaign, he was the big bad that got away.
try to look ahead and no, I'm not. Waz doesn't have that much stuff. He's gonna say the ships in atmosphere are Imperial and are crazy dangerous. Ooh, watch out for that bubble. Oh, it's hot. Oh my goodness, did you see that lava? Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yes, I see the lava. Thank you.
I just picture Wes just sitting there with just the biggest Woody. He's got a joystick in either hand.
He's got the biggest Woody. He's paying all attention to the fire while his screen scrolls with this wealth of information that he has very eloquently passed to the rest of the party. Waz, give me a warfare check just for. There's one more thing here that I want to make sure that if we're ignoring it, that we mean to do so.
2 purples.
Sure.
Two advantages.
Yeah.
Is it that the ship is the thing that's probably funding this whole thing?
Something along those lines.
Okay.
I mean, how important is this place compared to him? Was kind of what I was getting at.
Oh, okay.
This is a hint not to take out the base.
Nope, didn't say that. You do whatever you want.
Well, I don't want to take out the base in the first place. I want to take out the whole fucking planet.
Yeah. So, Captain, thinking it through, the ship that got scanned up there, it's got one of the like big bads on it. I'm sure we can get his attention by blasting through here, but if we can get onto that ship, that would be really cool. And they're just flying ships from there all the way up to there. So I don't know if we want to change plans or just keep smashing and grabbing. Like if we could just get on one of the ships and then fly up into there and then, oh man, trying to get off of that ship would be kind of tough though.
What if we just shut it down with the AA guns?
Yeah, that works too.
Yeah, that's the plan, right? I mean, we're right in the middle of this. We don't want to change this up.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true, Captain. That's the kind of thinking that gets us all killed. You know, being as we're going to attack this thing while those two are up there. I don't know that they're just going to watch us explode everything and then let us fly away.
So, as Waz
you
is saying
guys-
that, you guys would be dipping into the canyon where you had your dogfight last time, so you're getting close.
You guys need to get ready. We're gonna do this thing.
Powering up weapons. I guess maybe
Power
not.
up everything.
Once we pass through that little hole, we'll power up the weapons. Actually, I don't know how long it takes. I'm powering them up now.
Okay.
Let's do this.
All right.
Leroy.
So, you're coming up on the canyon where the lava tube is. You have not yet been spotted. Let me roll one last thing. Okay. The lava tube is ahead. The shield still has a gap. And right beyond it is AA. And you know that as soon as you go through there, like all holy hell is going to break loose. And it's going to be an extremely difficult to go through it at speed. Now, you said you slowed down for the earlier part of this. So my assumption is that you're at speed 1. What speed do you want to be at going through this canyon and through that tube?
Ooh.
We got to disembark, fire a missile.
Yeah, we're going to be going pretty slow. Speed 1.
Can Waz take
Second.
out the guns that are going to be shooting at us with the ion?
So there's many different guns that are going to be shooting at you. The reason I ask is because, you know, if you go through that slowly, you're going to be a pretty easy target. But you
Yeah, but I'm hoping that I'm on the lower end anyway.
and
That I'm under the parabellum.
you're gonna come out here. Well, remember I said you will be within their gun sights very briefly, no matter what. My assumption at the time was because you guys were talking about speeding through really fast, and Payne even said, "Hey, you need to be going really fast." So I thought you understood the point. If you go slow, you are dead. If you want to go through at speed 1, you can, but you will probably lose that ship. Speed 1, the big guns can hit you. I thought you were going to go through and fire a missile at the generator, and it was going to be like, a high-speed fighter pass, because that's what you guys said earlier. And now you're trying to do something completely different.
Yep. Let's do the high-speed speeder pass. The fighter pass.
And it's up to you. If you want to go in slow, you can, but you're going to have to figure out some way to not get shot. Or just accept that the 929's gone and everyone jump out. That's also a possibility.
I thought that they hadn't seen us yet.
They haven't.
There's no
but
reason
you're going to
all the
fly
guns have been
right in
trained.
front of their guns. Like, they're not stupid.
Okay.
Once we breach the
Yeah, you're about to fly
The bubble.
into the base. Like, they are going to see you at that point, no matter what. But you have been stealthy up until this point, which is why you haven't had any encounters up until this point. But you're about to enter the actual map.
Okay, I'm tracking. Yeah, let's speed it up.
Okay. What speed?
3. Fuck it. Let's go.
Okay, everybody give me initiatives. You're all on cool.
We're all uncool. Big money, no whammies. 3-1.
O2.
2-1.
Is my pen? This is really hard to do without a pen.
It's got to do with that of Jawa.
There it is. Oop, hit the microphone. It's not ideal. All right. We have a 3-1, a 0-2, and a 2-1, right?
Looks right.
Yes.
Okay. The A guns rolled a 1-1. The fighter defenses rolled a 1-2. Capital ships rolled a triumph, which is a 2. And the base, other stuff rolled a 1-3. Okay, so that would be player, enemy, enemy, player, right? No, there's another enemy in there. Okay, 4 enemies and then player. Okay, so 2 of you get to go first, and then all the bad guys, and then whatever player didn't go goes to the end of the bad guys round. So who wants to take the first turn?
Captain, you got to shoot the generator.
I'm flying here, Payne. But yeah, I feel you. I need to shoot the generator.
Okay.
So, I guess I'll give you my fly check first as I come through here, and then try to shoot.
So you're actually in this lane, but if you want to hop over to the other one, you can.
Oh no, this lane makes sense.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was all open.
It's all good. It's not nearly as deep canyon as it was before, which is why if you want to, you can just hop up. Like, you're now inside the shield. Everywhere on this map is inside the bubble. Oh, sorry. I forgot a really important check. You have to fly through the lava tube. And that's a 3 red piloting check. So we need to make that check before we make all our combat checks.
Okay.
Can we do a plot the course perception to try to lower that?
You can do a co-piloting maneuver since you're sitting in the cockpit.
Excellent.
Hold on, let Waz do your co-piloting check. Everyone else has got their fingers on the button if you hit a lava wall to just jump out the back.
Yep.
Alright, reduce the difficulty by 2, so make 2 of those reds purples. Alright. That's a much better shot, right?
Yeah, so all of the like sensors and stuff, that didn't help in this situation.
Sure, you can give yourself... You get a boost for the proximity sensors. You're not dealing with the lava because of the thermal thing. Does your little hand interface thing give you any boosts or anything? What does that do?
Probably. I don't know.
It probably does something we'd want to do for this check, right?
Here, I got it. It gives me a skill up. 1 skill piloting must have at least rank 1. Mod 1 rank piloting planetary.
An upgrade. It upgrades your check.
Yeah, it's just an upgrade.
Okay. Is it already on your character sheet? I saw you flipping
Oh, that's
through
good.
them. It's on your character sheet because it will have already been included in your check if it's on your character sheet.
And equipped.
And equipped. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, it should be.
Avionics
There it is.
interface. Blah, blah, blah. Yep, and it is equipped. So it's already part of your check. So you get it automatically. You don't have to worry about accounting for it.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn it.
All right. So the 929 comes through this lava bubble. And it's just a little bit too big. It's not really the captain's fault. It's a, does that square peg fit in that round hole problem? And the top right and left scrape the top of the lava tube in such a way, causing it to break apart. And the lava starts pouring in behind, and the shield and the lava, it's right behind the 929. And it melts parts of the fins off. It doesn't destroy the ship or anything. You do manage to skirt through, but you take damage, and you're now stuck inside the shield with this thing. There's no other way in. Now, it will allow you to pass back out if you slow really far down, but you now can't use that lava tube for ingress anymore. Also, the ship is going to take 10 points of damage bypassing armor.
Okay.
Loud, lava and scrapey noises are heard throughout the ship. Lucy magically appears back here at the back, like she's ready to jump on that truck if she has to. Alright, now, first player turn.
Guess I'm gonna keep flying
Okay.
and try to get a bead on that generator.
Okay, so there's support stanchions and shit between you and the generator, but they're far enough apart that you have a couple of options here. There is I turn the ship sideways and keep moving, at this diagonal angle, and shoot through. Or I turn and go underneath the pylons and zip between the pylons of the base and try to shoot it that way.
I think I'm gonna strafe after going through that lava tunnel tube and failing that. I am not gonna try to stick this thing anywhere that it's not supposed to go.
Okay. Alrighty. Go ahead and give me a 2 red and a purple gunnery check.
Need some light side points.
You do have some light side points.
On the wrong side of the table. 2 red and a purple.
Use some light side points.
I'll go ahead and flip one.
Okay, I'll flip it for you.
And that makes 1 purple or 1 red a purple.
That's correct. Unless you want to make that green a yellow, but usually you guys use them to get rid of those despairs.
Yeah.
Got one anyway. Okay. It is now time to leave the ship. How would you like to use your triumph? Because what's going to happen here is your back stabilizers got really fucked up. So when you turn the ship to try to side slip, you immediately realize that you've lost almost all vertical control of the ship. Like, you can't pan the ship up or down anymore, and it's heading downward towards the lava. It is going to hit the lava. That's your despair, is you're going to hit the lava. The ship is going to be destroyed. With your triumph, I'll still let you roll a gunnery check to fire the missile anyway, as a last thing. But everyone needs to get off of the ship this turn.
Okay, that was my gunnery check.
Yes, I know. I'm using your triumph to give you another one. To give you a shot. Because you despaired because you failed your shot. So you 1 failure, failed to hit. Despair.
Right.
Oh my god, ship's gonna crash. 3 advantage, extra maneuver so that you can run out of the ship. Triumph, take another shot. Does that all make sense?
Tracking.
You go ahead and fire all of the rest of the missiles. And, because ships, and you call out to everyone that they need to get off the ship. Okay, you have we have 1 maneuver. I'm just going to assume you use that maneuver to get your ass into the truck.
I am going to run my ass to the truck.
Okay. This is going to be a very heavily laden truck.
Hail Mary.
Where's Brave going to be? Because he's kind of sitting outside this thing.
He's in the truck with me.
He's in the truck. Okay. One of them was.
Yeah,
one of them.
I said I had both of them in there.
Okay. But hold on, Waz. Not your turn yet. You can't run on not your turn.
I wasn't running.
Sorry.
Lucy and I have
Shoots.
yeah.
Lucy's back here with the truck, but she's not in it yet. Now we have 1 more player turn before we go. Before we go for the enemies, and then we have another player turn at the very end of the round. So which one of you is taking the player turn right now? Which one of you is taking the turn at the end of the round?
Get out of there, Payne.
Are you sure? I was planning to go at the end of the round.
I can't jump over a love to get out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I launch.
Okay. All right, let me pull your thing out. Make me a 1 red planetary piloting, or you can get one of the stormtroopers to do it if they're driving.
Same check.
Did 1 red.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put, we'll say Brave is driving.
Alrighty. You guys shoot out of there. It's really hot on this planet, but you are alive, and it's ironic. The way the ship was tilted actually makes it easier for you guys to shoot out. So there's not any negative effects of you guys riding in near the lava. You also hear explosions behind you as the generator erupts into a million distinct pieces as those concussion missiles rip it apart. And as you guys look up, you would notice that the shield generator, because there's like a pulsing blue part off the shield generator, that it, suddenly there's no power and the shield just stops. It comes down. Okay? So,
all right.
The AA guns are now going to get a shot. They would have been shooting the 929, so I'm just going to wave hand that they shoot at the ship a lot. But it's going down anyway, so nobody cares. And the next up after them is the fighter defense. And let me roll them real quick. They have not caught on to what's going on. They're still busy transferring fighters from the facility to orbit. And capital ships don't know what's going on. And you actually got away scot-free without anyone realizing what exactly was happening except for the AA crews. So that makes the last player's turn. So Lucy's going to go on your turn, Waz.
Yep. We're going to have, like it's been, run out, hold our parachutes, and start paragliding over to the gun platform.
Okay. You guys are airborne. Give me a 1 red planetary piloting. Oop. Lucy passes her check. Okay. So that's not going to get you killed, but you are going to be having some issues where, like, you wanted to fly right up to the gun platform, but you're only going to be able to make it to, like, here. And then you're going to be on foot.
Yep, makes sense.
Lucy's fucking thing was amazing.
Yeah, Lucy, on the other hand, was able to finish her check. So
I made hers. It's like a cape. You just hold your arms out and it goes rigid. Yeah, you hold your arms out, it goes rigid. You pull your arms in, it folds back in. Mm-hmm. Waz is like a trash bag.
I had 2 trash bags.
2 trash bags. My bad.
Well, that's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now realize that this isn't entirely to scale for obvious reasons. That tower is a skyscraper, and the distance between you and it is probably 600 yards. So it's a significant walk over crusted lava, wasteland.
It's not going to be a walk. Full sprint.
Okay. That brings us back to the very top of the round. So the things that happen at the end of the round to cinch things up, this 929 hits the ground here and like rolls. It doesn't explode or anything, but it rolls end over end over end. And it doesn't land in the lava, but it lands on its back on this little island.
Bummer.
Yep.
I like that boat.
Taking a look at it, if you won the battlefield, you could probably salvage it. Like if you were in control of the space when the mission was over, you could probably go and fix that.
Payne, as you're driving the Love, do you want to go in the top slot?
Sure. Brave is driving, but yeah.
Well, Brave's going to go when you go, unless the captain's in command of one of them. I suggest each of you take an NPC and control them on your turn.
You can have Brave then.
Okay, so can the Love travel over this lava?
Yes. It's got to jump it, but it can do it.
Brave is going to fucking floor it and try to find a natural little ramp to try to flip us over and go to the other side of this lava pit.
Okay. That sounds like a decent idea. It's about the only thing you can do, I think. Oh, drop my dice. Dropping your dice is not a good thing. Ooh. Alright. So he passes the check, but just barely. It scrapes, and you guys are jostling, and you realize that, this thing's overloaded. There's too many people on it. So at your earliest opportunity, you need to have some people vacate the premises. But you're now underneath the base. Underneath here, there's these columns are they're buildings that have barracks and shit in them. So there's like little panels off of each side. You do notice the firefighting floaters. You also see there's a refinery. It looks mostly automated. Further down, it looks like it's processing the heavy materials from the lava flow. And the heat sinks are still giving off energy. Although, because the power gen's been destroyed, there's no lights. Like, the refinery's not running. The barracks' external lights look like they're on emergency power. But the heat shields that keep the lava out are still thrumming with life. But they're about the only thing.
Huh. All right. Brave and I are gonna go to the firefighters. I think, Payne.
Okay.
All right. Break and Dex and Brave are gonna go off
Okay.
towards these firefighter thingies.
I'll let him drive you over there, and I put you there. So it's your second turn. You put yourself in the
Oop.
base instead of underneath it.
Sorry.
It's all good. These multi-level bases are always a bitch to deal with, as we found out in the D&D campaign.
Yeah.
All right, so let me unlock one of these floaters and resize it so it's easier to deal with. All right. It's unguarded. It's a firefighter floater. It doesn't have any real weapons. It's got a carbonite ray. I'm not going to make...
Is it going to take 2 men?
It has a turret for the carbonite ray, and someone's got to fly it. Now, one person could shuffle between those things, but you couldn't do it easily. With that said, you're going to need... Do you have Let's Ride as a skill?
I do.
Okay, so you don't have to bother with the startup sequence. You can literally just hop in, and it's ready to go.
Beautiful.
Okay?
I always wanted to be a firefighter. Does this thing have a siren?
Sure does, and flashing blue lights. Blue and reds. So, but that's going to be your turn.
Yep.
Because you're now in it. So, Payne, I believe that's now your turn.
Yeah, we're gonna do the same thing.
Unless you want to give your turn to Waz. It's just another player.
Yeah, we're gonna do the same thing.
You're going to jump into one of the firefighter floaters?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's...
Generator's down, so that plan is successful.
Okay. All right,
We're
so...
just gonna grab another firefighter and pretend to put firefighter fires out while all hell breaks loose.
All right, what are you going to do with the love?
I'll be honest. If there was a ballistic place to send it, I would have sent it, but I couldn't think of one, so I don't have anything.
Okay. Well, let me get this other firefighter thing out of here.
You could just leave the love at the base of the tower, right?
Sure.
Does it have an autopilot? Because we could just send it back to.
It doesn't have an intelligent autopilot now. It's cruise control.
It's just
Almost
it's
good.
just a horse from Red Dead. We'll just summon it later. It'll pop up, right?
All right,
Yeah,
you want it to be a horse from Raider? You're in the lava right now. Like it's let's play that game.
Horse from Red Dead. Yeah, you fell off the cliff. There's no cliff, but you fell off of it.
Yep.
Yeah, you hit a
And-
chair and fell over and died.
And you hit 3 trees that should have been on fire and ash, but they weren't. And it sensed a bear. You don't even see a bear, but it sensed it, and it threw you into the lava.
Yep. And then a lava gator ate you.
Yep, lava gator. That's
And
the
he
thing.
wouldn't have eaten you, but the love. That sums up Red Dead. Pretty good right there.
Yep.
Okay, so now we gotta go to the baddies again. Okay.
I'm surprised it's pain.
So you do start to hear klaxons. Of course, a generator blew up, so that's not unusual to hear. And you see that the flow of starfighters, there's been a flow of starfighters coming out of these hangar doors and going up into orbit, and it stops. And the doors start to close. So they were open, and now they're closing.
Uh-oh.
Okay? Waz. You and Lucy, full sprint.
Oh, full sprint.
Give me an athletics check. 1 red, 1 purple.
Hey, and you should try to go get the other gun. There's 2 guns, right?
There are. Okay. Waz is running, And he steps on a piece of crust that isn't as thick as he thought it was and starts to fall through the crust into the lava. And Lucy grabs him and pulls him up, and it doesn't hurt you, but you stop. You come to a dead stop about 300 yards outside the gun platform.
Bro, you can't even run right.
Dude, do you know there's red hot stuff underneath of this?
I know.
man.
I just lost a ship in that shit. The world is gonna kill us, man.
I tried to run straight forward and was unsuccessful.
You remember when you lost a ship in the swamp? Ugh, I just did it in lava.
I did that
Lost his
too.
ship Here, he lost his ship
Oh yeah, you
here.
did. That's true. That's very true.
That's also
It's
true.
pretty tough.
There's a TIE
Oh, we
fighter
were
in
supposed
that
to
lava.
wear a pilot uniform.
Okay. So, NPC things that happen during that turn. Nothing that I haven't already spoken to you guys about. These little bots that are normally bringing stuff to the refinery are still trying to dump stuff in the hopper of the refinery, but it's not eating. So, like, the lava they're dumping into the thing is overflowing out of the sides now because they're too dumb to stop. So, like, they're still, like, panning lava into the refinery.
Oh man.
If only there was a way to tell them to put it somewhere else.
Like on the heat shield?
Yeah.
Like on each other. Gasoline
no.
fire.
That actually wouldn't hurt them.
Yeah, I would tell them to put it, like, take it up here and just dump it in one of the rooms.
Okay. So
Probably the
Put it
cafeteria.
we are on the top of the round.
Can't you talk to your friends, Payne?
I don't think that's a thing you can do. Captain, your ship is ready to go. You should start doing stuff.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Unless
Okay,
you
so
wanna
I'm
go
gonna
Asgo again, which is fine.
I'm gonna turn on the cherries and berries and take the firefighting floater.
Wrong one.
What's the wrong?
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
mine.
it is.
That's mine. See how I'm in it? That's how you know it's mine.
Wii U. How far can I get?
It depends on whether or not you want to roll a piloting check. Also, do you want to perform full throttle?
Oh, I do have that. This was the area that we established. Like it's flowing this way, right?
It flows the other way.
Other way, yeah,
Yeah.
because we were gonna dam it up right around here and have it flow under.
Yes, that's how you were going to do that. You were going to dam it here
Yep.
and then try to get it to flow into the base, was your original plan.
That is still the plan. Full speed, ramming speed. I'm gonna try to get to here and then start blasting it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a 2 purple piloting check, and then I will do a gunnery check for
Brave.
Brave. Whichever one you have.
Come on, Braves. Stay on target. You know what you gotta do? You gotta shoot that lava.
2 fails with 3 advantage. How would you like to spend his advantage?
I got 5 successes and a triumph and a threat.
How would you like to use your triumph?
Extra maneuver, you kick him off the gunner.
You could swap places with him.
That seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the best.
He just pushes the throttle straight down into the lava.
Yeah. You survive a little longer because of the carbonite.
I don't know. Like I'm thinking now, in order for us to look the part, we should have deployed at the generator and tried to put the fire out there.
That's what I was gonna try to
obviously.
do. That is what I was
We
gonna
are.
try to do.
we are way out of our jurisdiction and affected zone right now. So
I may already be on the radio saying someone's stolen one of the firefighters.
don't do that. Uh,
These doors are still technically open, but they are closing. So you can look inside and kind of see the fighters being prepped and flying in and out.
Close the doors down.
oh, can we? Can we freeze the doors so that they don't close?
We're open.
Yeah. I can let you use your triumph to whip back up there. I'm going to make the NPC do another gunnery check, but I'll give that for you for your triumph. Do you want them open or close? You want to wait for them to close and seal them, or you want to seal them open?
I want to make it open so that we can get in there if we need to.
Okay.
Alternatively, if they're sealed closed, they can't send fighters out to shoot the ships that we can't defend.
Well, he rolled 5 successes on that check, so that thing is sealed, open.
Nice. It's
There
just big enough.
There are a ton of shocked droids and technicians that were working on a fighter that are like, holy shit, the firefighting ship just shot our door. Are we on fire?
Yes.
You were on fire. Don't worry, we got this.
Okay. Next player. Waz, Payne, who wants it?
Can I run into the building now?
Sure. I need to make a small building for you.
You are a mile away. Didn't you twist your ankle last time?
No, I stopped to look at the scenery.
Oh.
It also fell out from underneath of my feet, and Lucy saved me.
It was only a
You were
failure.
like,
It wasn't a despair, so he didn't take any damage.
Ooh, lava candy.
That's right. He just stopped to look at the lava candy. I mean, that's a thing Waz would probably do.
I think the next time you fall, you should, hold your knee. Yeah.
There's 2 rooms in this tower. A control room and a barracks. Which one are you getting into?
I assume the barracks is on the base level and the control room's on the top level?
That is correct.
Is there a way into the top level? Can I
You could scale the outside.
scale the outside and come through the windows?
You can.
Yeah, I want to scale the outside and come through the windows.
Okay. Give me a athletics check. 2 purples, please.
Two successes.
Okay. I'm going to count that as your turn, but you do get up to the window, and Lucy's with you the whole way. And you poke your little head in, and you see that there are Imperial troopers, gunnery troopers, in the top control room with a couple of stormtrooper guards. So let me change him. He's a gunnery trooper now. There's 2 of these guys. And then there's some stormtroopers guarding the exit. It's a tiny little room. Alright. Back to the baddies. So, Waz, I will say, when you look in there, these troopers are looking at monitors and shit, and you can tell from their body language that they know shit's going on. They just have no fucking clue what is going on.
It looks like a big ass ship just went through the lava tunnel unsuccessfully and just crashed.
The AA guns are spinning around frantically, looking at shit.
Because no one would send one ship to take this thing out.
Some of the fighters that were heading to orbit turn back around. Okay. Last player.
So did we start? We got it started. No, we have to take a turn to start it up, right?
Yep, one purple. You need to pass a one purple mechanics check to start it, which either you or a machine can do. If you pass the check, it's started this round, and the other person can pilot it. If you fail the check, and it just takes the round. Yeah, it just takes the round. 5 advantages though.
Yay. Can he start shooting?
Sure, you guys are
Not really, because it's still parked in the bay.
I mean, you could beam start up the carbonite beam and try to like shoot the power gen. You said you were going to pretend to be putting it out.
Yeah, we'll pretend to be putting the power gem out.
He's in stormtrooper armor. You don't seem out of place. You're just trying to do your job. So you're not alerting the enemies. Now you are noticing that there are enemies that are like coming out of some of the base of the towers at this point, like near the generator, trying to figure out what's going on.
Right.
So if it's an external patrol, it's going to be these droids. So you see a couple of these droids come out, and they are trying to investigate the shenanigans.
I will let the captain know that they have reinforcements coming.
Okay. So you were the last one, right?
Yep.
Okay, that brings us to the top of the round. Who wants to be the first PC to go?
I guess we can try to shoot the lava again.
Okay.
Give that one a good college try here.
Would you like to make a piloting check to make it easier and or harder?
Yeah, I'll make it easier.
Okay.
Stay on target, man.
Gain the advantage on the lava.
It's going to be it's just 2 purple like piloting. You're just trying to hold it in position while the carbonite ray does the most damage.
Come on, Brave. All you gotta do is shoot it right there. You see where I'm pointing at?
But she totally does with a 1 success. Okay, he starts carbonating the thing. He's got about 10% of it done by the end of your turn. Next player.
All right.
So we can start now, right? Or actually, you know what? Waz, you go.
Where are the windows over here?
So there are 2 blast windows right in front of you you can see through. Lucy's pointing at something else, though. There's a couple of vents that look like they're for AVHC intakes. And she's pointing at those. But it is up to you.
Yeah, let's sneak through the vents.
Okay. Give me a stealth check. Their perception as vigilant stormtroopers. Vigilance is a non-trained skill for them. Vigilance is a discipline, which is a willpower. It is a 3 purple check.
And then they're playing Halo or something.
While shit explodes outside? No, not really. But you are in the vents successfully. You and Lucy, you're above. Your first vent you come to is right above the guy in the chair.
Can I make a lasso with my arm and like noose him to the ceiling? This is the worst, but I love it.
Give me a 2 purple melee check, please.
You gonna sing him a lullaby too?
All right. If you were to make that as a melee check with your... Would you do more than 5 damage?
Yes.
You kill him.
Roll to put him back. Use your 2 advantage to put him back like he's asleep.
Can I just drop him back into his chair?
Are you
Stealth
trying to?
check again?
You're trying to actually do that and be stealthy about it? Like you just straight up garroted this guy, and now you want to just drop him back in his chair in this? Let's face it, like 10 by 8 room. Okay.
They're stormtroopers. They might miss it.
All right. There's a lot of shit going on. Like they might be looking at monitors. Give me a 3 purple stealth check.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I mean, it happens. You drop him in the chair. I'm not even going to use your triumph for that. How would you like to use your triumph?
Can we move forward to get over top of the next one?
Yeah. Since Lucy goes on your turn and you rolled a triumph, I'm going to let you go again, and if you succeed, she grabs another one while you grab one.
Another melee check, 2 purple.
Yes, sir. 2 purple melee check. Okay. With your 2 advantages, you can choose one of 2 things. Either you missed completely and no one saw it, or Lucy falls out of the vent and kills that stormtrooper.
Nobody saw anything.
Okay. All right, that's your turn. Let me roll for the bad guys in that room. Nope. They're still stormtroopers. Let me roll for the bad guys in the AA towers. Nothing they could have seen anyway. They did pass, but I don't know what they could have possibly done at this point. You know what? They call in that the firefighter thing is trying to dam up the lava lake.
Damn it. Those are kind of new.
And the starfighters get back on this turn. So, let me go ahead and put them on the map. This group of starfighters comes back down, and they've gotten to the edge of the system. And Payne actually is in a great position to see them, but they're not within firing range of the captain yet. But they're definitely zeroing in on that position. All right, and the capital ships are acutely aware of what's going on. If anyone wants to make a computer's check to try to intercept their comms, there's all sort of encrypted comms going back and forth, and that's going to be a thing you guys can possibly do if you want. Actually, Waz and Lucy are in one of their control rooms, so you guys over here, Commander Agamar, ordering all the advanced fighters to his ship and all of the non-enhanced fighters to destroy whatever is trying to take out the facility, and short of that, don't let the facility fall into enemy hands.
I radio in. Backup is coming. It's just regular TIE fighters. They're trying to destroy us.
Okay. Payne, I think you're the only one left again.
So now we can move and shoot.
You can move and shoot. You see these starfighters over here have just like swooped down into range. Waz came over the comms and told you that there are more fighters coming, but they seem to be, they're gunning for us, but they don't know who us are except for Dex, because his ship is doing something, very abnormal and starting to redirect the flow of lava.
So when you use a carbonite ray, do you aim it directly or do you kind of spray it?
You have it
fire hose.
like it is a ray, and when it hits something, it does freeze it. So it's not like a spray, but you don't have to aim directly at the thing you want to hit if you want to cause an area effect. Like you can say, I want to freeze the ground and create a sheet of ice, for instance, in normal situations, or you can shoot the person themselves and freeze them.
We're gonna move. I want to move in such a way so that I can aim at the power generator to put the fire out on a different side than what we were on, and accidentally take out these 2 droids.
Okay, just roll me a gunnery check. They're not exceptionally hard to hit with a carbonite ray. They're pretty big for individuals, and the carbonite ray is a person-sized weapon. So We'll call it either a heavy ranged or a gunnery
Lucy?
2 purple, whichever's easier.
Same. Does Brave have a point in any of those?
He does not. He does have a 3 agility, so if you're driving, he can shoot. If he's driving,
I'll
you
let
can
him drive. It's more likely that driving is what kills us.
shoot. Okay.
One success, 2 threat.
Okay. So, you say that he failed his driving check. You do destroy one of the droids outright. But he is not able to make it look like he misinterprets what you want to do, and the floater is like right out in front of the droid, and now you're blatantly shooting the droid, so it's not really concealing your intentions the way you wanted it to be.
I thought you said we weren't doing a paladin check. My bad.
Sorry, I did one for him because the NPC has to go too. But you can do the piloting check if you'd rather do that. This is whichever one you do, he's not doing. No, whichever one you...
got you.
Yeah.
I thought we were just doing one check. That's why I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't want to make it unfair. I've been making Dex make all the piloting checks, and then his NPC do all the checks, so... Speaking of which, we're top of the round. Shenanigans are going down. Who wants to go first? I know who wants to go first. I just don't know if he's gonna go first.
Can I pop out of the ceilings yet?
Absolutely.
Coordinated at the same time.
Sure.
Boom. Elbow drop.
Sure. Roll me your 2 purple melee. Assuming you're using melee.
So this one wasn't stealthy. It was a combined just strike at the same time.
Okay, well, then I will... Oh my god, Lucy just double triumphed. But she doesn't get that point of advantage. Whoopie-doo. So... you are going after that guy, so you need to do 5 damage to kill him.
Success.
Lucy,
6 damage.
Lucy kills both of the stormtroopers completely silently. It's a double triumph.
I'm huffing and puffing like I didn't like being in that tiny vent because the last time I was in a vent I almost died. I drop down and I look over and she's just smiling, like waving at me, waiting for me to finish my little guy.
Yeah. She's got her Cortosis sword that has the finger trap in it, and it's just dripping with blood. And you see 1.5 stormtroopers, and then you realize that half the body is in a corner.
Jeez. I hold my finger up to my lips and go, shh.
I feel like this is where she starts to eat her freeze-dried ice cream, too. This is the appropriate time for that, right?
It was lollipop format, and she's got it like a lollipop in her mouth. Okay. So you're now in control of that control room. Did you roll enough advantage to have... You rolled 1 advantage, so I'll give you the opportunity to close and lock the door by the end of your round if you'd like.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're in there. Okay. Next player.
And you want to go?
No, you're good. You're the one that's in the most danger.
Yeah, that's probably true. I don't know how we're gonna get out of this without being bombarded by the capital ship. Like, once we take this base over, they're just gonna fucking nuke it from space.
I wasn't planning to take it over, so nuking it from space is good.
Yeah.
We just need to finish it. We've got to do enough damage where they believe they need to nuke it.
Do I know that these fighters are incoming on me?
Wes did
Yeah, I
say
told
so
you.
over comms.
And I
Okay.
saw them and told you.
Alright, this is gonna take too long. Brave, we gotta skedoodle. I'm gonna do
Uh,
some fancy flying.
Roger, Captain. I bet those fighters won't follow us in the facility. You want to fly through?
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So you're going to go through this hangar into the other side?
Yes.
Awesome. That is so cool. All right, so give me 1 red, 2 purple piloting check. Would you like... So Brave, let's see who's with you, right? Your stormtrooper is going to be like, so do you want me to shoot at the fighters behind us or the people in front of us, or what do you want me to shoot at?
Oh, with the freeze ray?
Yeah,
People.
people. I mean, okay. So you zip the firefighter up and through this entryway and fly through one side of the hangar to the other. You hear the zip of the carbonite ray behind you. Just zip, zip, zip.
Killing civilians. Oh boy. I didn't look in there beforehand. I wasn't gonna med it.
Nope, you did. You didn't even see it actually happen either.
Yep.
Like it just happens. All you hear is the carbonite rays going off behind you.
Oh.
Did you get anybody?
It's like, fuck yeah, I got people.
You're so brave.
It's okay. We're gonna be coming right in behind you, and we're just gonna smash through people signals.
That's the plan.
Yeah. So any chance they had of being thawed out, not gonna happen.
Gonna kill them all anyway.
Just bloody chunks.
So this phantom immediately zips directly to orbit because it's trying to follow the orders of the commander. And these 2 TIE fighters decide, they veer around and they're like, fuck, we can make it, right? Yeah, we can make it. And they try to follow Dex through. And one of them makes it. And the other one smashes into the side of the building and just explodes into a million pieces. Also, don't delete all of that because some of the lava is redirecting underneath. He got a part of that job done.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 10%.
So there's a TIE fighter that flies through behind you, chasing you, and the shockwave does create all this shattering noise.
Oh boy. They're in a better place.
Yep.
Another place.
I need to roll for that. That. Waz, people are banging on the door to the control room. Payne and Dex, the AA guns, seem to have figured out that the firefighter floaters might not be on their side. They haven't fired, though. And Payne, it's your turn.
We're gonna go for the we're gonna try to go through the little hole.
Okay. Is your NPC doing the piloting?
No, I think I'm gonna push him out of the way.
Okay. You can swap seats with him.
Yeah.
Generally,
Tell me.
generally swapping seats is a maneuver as long as it's willing. Are you going to tell him to shoot? Difficulty to go through there is 1 red and 2 purples. You don't have to.
We're gonna use a
Light side token. That's a good idea.
to use 2. That still would only make it 50-50.
I mean, you don't have to fly through the hangar.
Is it easier if I fly to it first?
Yeah, but you'd be at it at the end of this turn. You can also just fly underneath the facility. There's not walls underneath the facility. So it's just these pylons holding it up. So you could just go from one side to the other.
I just want to get to a spot where I can't be shot by the AA guns.
Oh. You could hide behind this shield generator right here. That work for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what's the difficulty to do that?
That's like a 1 purple piloting check. Just don't hit the building.
All right, we can get our point back.
Yeah. I thought that was exceptionally brave of you. All right. What's machine shooting at?
We're gonna keep shooting at the. You know what? We'll take out that other droid as we fly by.
He sure does. Shoots the shit out of that thing. So he shoots it and freezes it, and you do like a drift turn through both of them, which are shattered. It shatters them because they're cryoed, and then you like pull to a stop behind this shield generator. The shield generator that is no longer on. All right. End of the turn, NPC actions. People are banging on the door of the gun platform control room. There are more fighters arriving on scene in various locations. 2 of them are behind the tower that Waz and them are in. And I'll go ahead and put these guys out too. All right. Top of the round.
Hit the windscreen on that fucking TIE fighter. And I'm gonna try to dip down into this gully lava pit.
Okay. Let me do his check real quick. Pretty good. 3 successes, 2 advantage. Nope, 3 successes, 1 advantage for him. So he shoots the windscreen of the TIE fighter. It does not seem to stop the fighter immediately, cause him to careen into anything, but he's wobbling a little bit. You would know as a pilot, Dex, that they do have sensors that if you could kill them like that, but you'd have to like do it right as they were about to run into something. And where are you going?
I'm trying to get away.
You triumphed, so you can get away.
Alright, with that triumph, can I, because we're coming through the hangar,
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way that I can just barrel roll, inverse barrel roll, and come down underneath the platform now?
Sure. You can, you can tuck your head for your tail and come down.
Yeah.
Sure. And you zipped him in the cockpit, so he doesn't necessarily know. He's busy trying not to hit shit. I'll also tell you since you triumphed that it occurs to you that there is 2 shuttles on the platforms, and none of the AA cannons have fired at you.
Okay.
I mean, like, since you've shot that power generator, the shield generator hasn't done anything, and none of the guns from the base have fired.
I'm assuming that we took the power out to him.
Some of the power, yeah.
Just something to keep in mind. Heat shields are still working. So, that's gonna be the end of your round. So, who's next?
So we got people knocking on the door.
Oh yeah.
Is this how big of a door is this?
On this thing, it'd be 2 tiles. It's big enough for 2, maybe 3 people to stand shoulder to shoulder in. But it's a blast door. Like, it's a starship grade blast door. And it's made to keep people out if it's being assaulted. It's not made for you guys to have infiltrated and be like, the whole barracks is full of stormtroopers who are not able to get through that door.
Excellent. I'm going to hand Lucy a plasma grenade, and say, make sure nobody makes it through the door. And then I'm going to sit down at the AA gun turret. And can I quickly get an assessment of what's happened to the base? Are these gun platform and base platform connected?
They are connected. So as soon as you sit down, the very biggest elephant in the room is it's going to say that the weapons are offline because there isn't enough power. So they have an emergency generator. The emergency generator is powerful enough to power one of their primary systems at a time. And right now that power is going to the heat shields to keep the lava back. You are able to see the fight happening between everything else, but you're not able to do anything else right now. The computer systems also all appear to be networked.
Excellent. So I'll reach around and plug in a data spike.
Okay.
I want to take control over where the power goes.
Okay.
And eventually try to power up my weapons.
Okay. Your data spike eliminates defensive programs, so you will not deal with defensive programs. There isn't an opponent's... There is technically someone in that room. We're going to say that unless you fail a check, though, they're not aware of you. So go ahead and take the standard check for a system like this. It's 3 purples to gain access to the system.
I'm going to use a light side token.
Okay. So, you, the user that you've taken over the system for does not have the access to do what you want to do. And while your spike gets you through the system without raising too much of an alert, you do now notice that you can't get into the directory you want, and the restrictions on your account seem to be changing, which is a sign that someone has probably spotted your intrusion into the network.
Yep.
So we will continue that on your next turn. And we'll go to the next player. Pain.
Did he go
Ghost.
first?
Yeah, he was first. He was top of the round.
Yeah,
Okay,
so it's pain.
So it's your turn.
Dex shot a fling and then did a cool flip thing.
Yeah, I already went. It's your turn.
Okay. Here. Yep. I'm sorry. You're right. I forgot Dex
What I
did
thought.
the flip. Nope. You guys are keeping track. Okay, so let me do the TIE fighters first because they're the elephants in the room. These 2 TIE fighters fly right in front of this gun platform. They have no idea that they have no idea that they were 1 power check away from being just soup. This guy careens off in a random, he's blatantly trying to fly low enough to the lava to melt the ice off his windshield, but not so low that he, melts. And these 2 fighters now find themselves facing a crazed, firefighting ship that's heading directly for them from underneath this base. So they're probably going to take shots, but if they miss, they're going to hit the base. So let's do some standard TIE pilots. Imperial Navy pilot, Gunnery 2. And, yeah, we'll count you as in cover, too. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah,
All right.
there it is.
All right. Roll your favorite dice.
One, two, one.
21. Let me get that out there for you to look at. Okay. All right. So has no defense except for 1 point of system strain. So you take 1 point of system strain, and you take what would normally be 6 points of damage, but I'm going to reduce it by 2 because they also hit some of their own shit that's in the way, and the energy shields. So the firefighting floater is reduced to 1 hit point. It is on fire.
Ironic.
Get
Ironic.
another one. Just go get another one. There's dozens of them down here.
Oh, there's not dozens.
Are there?
No, you've got the only 2 firefighter photos, but there are vehicles down there that you could get, and your own personal, like the Love is still over there parked near the firefighter tower. So there are vehicles that you could get, and there's the shuttles in that hangar. There's TIE fighters. You are not you didn't have to be in the Firefly floater. There's other options.
Whose turn is it?
It's the Imperials. No one else can do anything on their turns, though, because they don't have power to the guns. The ships are still in orbit. The fighters are the only ones who can do anything. So now it's the last player's turn. And you guys aren't inside, so the internal troops can't do anything.
Right, can I just fly up here?
So this is inside where you're pointing. These platforms are outside, but where you're pointing is inside.
Okay. So if I flew up to this platform, then I could just disembark and go in?
You could if you wanted to, yes.
Or fly the ship through the door?
You'd have to make the door bigger, but that's something
Versus
you
I could just go over here to where the entrance is and come up here, but then I wouldn't be able to get over to here.
Yeah, I mean, this is a giant hangar over here where this big door is, and if you got your floater in here, you could... This whole thing is one big room, but you wouldn't be able to get through this wall unless you crashed through it.
Okay. I'm trying to think, like, obviously this is diminishing returns of how long we can stay in these things.
That's a valid tactical assessment.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try to go up the chute thing, the whatever it's called.
The hangar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there something we can do to make it not as hard?
Yeah, if you're not doing a full throttle fly through it, you just want to land in there, it's only a 1 purple check. Like, if you're just going to park in there like a regular human being and not an ace fighter pilot flying through at Mach 10, it's not that easy, or it's not that hard. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna get Brave to fly me in there, and then I'll get out.
okay. You pull the fire engine into the hangar bay. There's a bunch of shattered people in here. Like, well, you probably can't tell they're people. There's a bunch of weird looking ice on the floor.
All right. So Brave's not a pilot, right?
Brave's not a pilot technically, but you said you're going to have him do the check, so I was just going to have him do the thing.
No. Yes, he's good. He's good. I was going to advise. My next advice to him depends on what he wants to do. It seems like what we should do is just clear this base. Head for get rid of those guys, and then head for this door.
So he's going to be like, I don't know, Payne. There's going to be a lot of them. What we should probably do is find a way to get the fuck out of here and take out those heat shields.
So you want to just go through the base? I mean, I assume the control for the heat shields is going to be in one of these rooms over here, right?
I mean, probably. Maybe call the cap. Maybe there's going to be a lot of them. Like he would say that as he's setting down, and like you guys can see in here though, while there are Imperial troops, they're all like technicians and shit. And then if you scan on this side, you'll see that there's some Imperial troopers all the way in the back corner. One of them appears to have a rocket launcher.
Right. All right. That's a good point, Brave. So I would like to toss my thermal detonator out there and close the door back on this thing. Open the door, throw the grenade, close the door.
On the
Oh, Brave did
floater?
well.
The door on the floater. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Open the door to the floater. Toss my grenade down this way.
Mm-hmm.
Close the door to the floater.
Because the scale issue, I just want to make it clear, you probably can't get it all the way out there. Not that it'll matter once the detonator goes off.
Yeah.
But you can just chuck it out the window. There's a nifty looking fuel tank right there. Give me a light range check to see if blast goes off. It's one purple.
Probably not going to go off. I'm going to take my whole turn and aim.
What setting are you using on the thermal detonator? Impact, timer, dead man?
The 3-second timer.
Okay. 3-round timer.
Oh, no, I don't want a 3-round timer.
Okay, if you set it for 3 seconds, it's going to go off this turn.
Yes, I want it to go off this turn. I just don't want it to immediately go off when it lands. I'm okay with it rolling a little bit.
Okie dokie.
Follow me? I don't want it to roll off the thing. I just want it to have enough to get as far as I can get it.
That's fine. Did blast trigger?
Blast did not trigger.
Oh, that's a shame. Where's your thermal detonator card? It does a significant amount of damage other than that.
It does 20 damage. I'm looking.
Yeah.
I know I have one on my sheet. I don't see a card for it.
24 for this one.
Yeah. I mean, it won't matter because all it really needs to do is trigger that fuel canister, which is what it's going to do. But the reason I was asking what setting he used on it and the reason 3 seconds is sketchy is Dex is still underneath this platform you're exploding. And if it goes off this round, which it is going to because we've already kind of called that.
I hadn't really considered Dex in this equation. I was really more considering
the guy with the
Brave's,
rocket launcher. Yeah.
and the rocket launcher and Brave and
Yeah. And Brave was considering himself too, as he floored the you said thermal detonator and he immediately hit the accelerator.
Yeah, no. I don't see my card. I know I have one.
It's fine. We'll hand wave it for the time being. So
I will always keep one.
It goes off. This whole building starts to explode, like from here out this way and out this way, and we're going to lose a huge chunk of the facility here from the chain reaction from the fuel tanks and the thermal detonators. The refinery, among other things, was refining fuel.
That makes sense.
So this is going to be a bad day. It's actually further back than that. Here, let me get the pen out and I'll give you something to draw inside of. It's going to go back to like here and all the way out to like here. All right.
The guy with
like
the
to
rocket
shield-
launcher is okay.
I would like to shield Brave as much as I can. I'm sorry, Machine as much as I can.
Oh, he's good. He had enough advantage on his roll that he was able to take another maneuver after his roll. So I just used that.
that's
I just used
like-
that maneuver to say he hits the accelerator. So you guys, like, before it even goes off, you're out the door.
Where are we now?
You're right outside of the exploding building.
Took care of it, Captain.
So according to my sheet, you were the first one to go, or you're the last one to go?
Last.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. Okay, so we're at the top of the round. Any player can go. Dex, the building is exploding all around you.
Yeah, what the fuck? Fuck.
I took care of the building, Dex. Captain Dex.
I'm going to need a 3 purple piloting check from you.
Okay.
Your ship is on fire, so please take 2 setbacks. Unless you have setback removal, which you might.
Nope.
Alright, but you do make it. So a few things happen here. You going forward, going backwards. I'm assuming going backwards.
Yeah.
You hit the reverse. These TIE fighters they were in the process of starting to fly under the facility, so the facility exploding destroys both of them. This whole section is fire and tragedy at this point.
I'm feeling pretty good. This is the best I've ever done in ship-to-ship combat. Granted, I didn't use.
I was about to say you chucked a thermal detonator out a window at a fuel tank.
Listen, it counts. I'm writing my recognition speech right now.
Okay.
MVP.
Dex, you have actions for Brave, and you can take another maneuver if you'd like.
Just start putting out the fire.
What? Why? No, we're gonna go steal a Lambda shuttle, Captain.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
it's also worth noting that like those heat shields are down now.
Good. This place is going up.
Which means Waz should have power soon.
Yeah, should. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get closer to the Lambda shuttle. I don't think we'll make it all the way there.
Not unless you want to like charge with reckless abandon.
Yeah, no. I'm on fire.
You are on
So I'm
fire.
gonna-
You
I'm
could
gonna take
pull
it
up next to
slow.
Pain and ask them to put you out.
Yeah. Hey, quick little squirt here, buddy.
Yeah, I'll have Machine do it. Or wait, no, Machine's driving. I'll do it. No, I took the driver's seat. I'm driving. Machine can do it.
Psst, psst.
I have
Just
no
do it.
idea what we're doing. I'm not gonna lie.
You're
We've alternated so many times.
you're in the gunnery position, and Machine was driving.
All right, we'll go with that. Yeah, I'll squirt him. What's the difficulty?
It just happens. I'm not gonna make you roll for that.
Thank God.
That's got to be on my turn.
Yeah, I would have missed.
Well,
All right, so yeah, we're gonna
go ahead.
try to get to that Lambda. I
Mhm,
think that's our next goal.
mhm.
So Waz and Lucy, you're gonna have to figure out how to get over to us, maybe.
You pause that for a second. I'm not going to take my turn right after you. I am going to wait.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, then Waz will have to take the next turn.
Yep. I was gonna say, yeah. Let's let Waz take the next turn and see if with the power, with the heat shrinks no longer working, if Waz can get power to his guns.
The heat shrinks.
Heat sinks, whatever.
Heat shields, but yeah. So, Dex's turn is over. So, Waz, you are going to take the next turn.
That's what's happening.
Okay.
Do it.
Did I just lose all power?
You did not. So you lost some connection to the facility. You do see an alert about the heat shields going down. If you roll me a computers check, considering what's going on, I'm going to put it at 1 red. And you pass it. You will have the ability to divert all the remaining power in the facility to give yourself 1 or more shots, depending on how successful you are with the gun platform.
Roll.
You have 2 shots with the gun platform. You've diverted
this one-
you've diverted all of the power from the facility to this one platform, so the whole facility just blacked out. You can take a shot this round. You could actually, if you want to shoot the same target twice, I'll let you take all the shots right now, or you can save one for your next round.
Shoot the fucking ship. GTFO.
So this
No, shoot the
big gun
capital ship.
platform is the capital ship shooter, right?
Yep, it's capable of shooting capital ships. It is primarily designed for shooting capital ships, and both the carrier and the frigate are in low orbit. Basically, right above the facility where you'd want them to be. Couple things: the carrier is a lot bigger than the frigate, so it's an easier target. The frigate obviously is the flagship, but it's harder to hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at the frigate.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a 2 red, 1
Use-
purple gunnery check.
Use the light. Use the force. Use the force.
I'm gonna make one of those reds purple.
Okay.
Can I aim at it?
You sure can.
Can Lucy help him?
She is
Assist
helping him.
on her turn? Oh, okay.
Because he didn't need a help.
They have linked. Tell me it has linked.
It does. You get 2 shots. You can pull the trigger again. If you want to. Or you can save another one for the next round. It's up to you. But you're gonna have to make that purple or red again unless you want to spend your last light side point. Okay. All right. Well, you let out a significant amount of bombardment, and you basically pull the trigger until the lights in the room go out. That unfortunately causes the emergency lock on the door to release. Now, the door can't be opened just by the push of a button because there's no power, but now the stormtroopers are starting to pull the bitch open. We'll resolve the rest of that on your next turn.
Lucy got my grenade. As soon as she got a hole, she's gonna push it through. It's gonna be awesome.
Actually, let's go ahead and roll for that because she gets to go.
Poor fucking bastard. Oh, we're gonna get you. Oh, fuck.
Her light range, does it? She rolled a triumph. Alright, hold on. So, and she didn't roll any advantages though, so you don't get the splash damage. What's a plasma grenade do? Where's the card for it?
It's over here with Lucy.
Okay, let me look at this
He
thing.
is on fire.
Can't you use Triumph to get blast?
Yeah,
though?
you can use triumph to get blast. Yeah,
Seems like pretty.
and they're stormtroopers, so she chucks it through. It goes off. There's a gout of flame, and now it's real quiet on the other side of the door.
Or there's a lot of screaming.
No, it's just real quiet.
Okay. Well, that means they're dead because if they weren't dead, they'd be screaming.
It's this tiny little room.
Yeah. It probably smells like bacon in there.
You know that crackling? No, there is a sound, that crackling noise from the Mandalorian when he flamethrowered that stormtrooper. That's
Yeah.
all you hear, but multiplied by 4.
Yep. This is the most successful, unsuccessful mission we've ever had.
All right, so those guys don't get a roll now. That one TIE fighter that you sprayed the cockpit of, he seems to have gotten his shit together and is on his way back. He's formed up with 2 small little drones you've never seen before. These 2 guys are right on your flank. They didn't roll well enough to know exactly where you guys are. They seem to be more interested in the crashed freighter than anything else right at this moment. And then the gun platform opens up on something in orbit and they swing around at like max speed. Payne, it's your turn.
I'm gonna go for the platform. And try
Okay.
to get Lambda shuttle.
You're going to try for the Lambda shuttle? Okay.
Yep. Try for the Lambda shuttle.
Okay.
Unless you think I should try for the fire spray, I don't really care which one we go for. Lambda
Oh.
shuttle seems like a better move, though.
Okay. So, are you driving or is machine? Because he was driving.
This is one of those ones we're gonna get fucked. So I'd like to be the one to drive.
Okay. Just go ahead and give me your planetary pilot and see how far you can get. It's 1 red, 1 purple. All right. Well, you don't quite make it over there. You zip around this shield generator, and this one TIE fighter and its little drones see you moving, and they start like moving in on the side. And you hear Machine go, "Ah, shit, we have company." And then you hear him firing his carbonite ray, which doesn't hit anything.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was the end of the round, so now we're back up at the top of the round. I will say that during the NPC round, Waz, you see these two TIE fighters start an attack run on the gun platform.
Wes, we're gonna head for a Lambda shuttle and come get you. Don't get killed by the TIE fighters. And then I want to scoot. Plans?
Do you want to? You want to take the first round? First turn?
Yeah. I want to get the fuck out of here. You should probably get out of here first, though. You got 1 hit point left, and there's a good chance you can make it and get that thing started.
Yeah, I can start it immediately.
Yeah, and then if Waz will let me, I'll go with you, and we'll go get him.
So,
All right.
does that mean you want Brave to drive so that you can use your turn to jump out and start the Lambda immediately?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, no advantages, 1 threat, 2 successes. So he makes it. 1 hit point left. His one threat is that floater is done. Like he kind of like crash lands it onto the edge of the platform. But you're able to jump out and get into the Lambda. Now, you don't have a key to this Lambda. So you do your let's ride thing and you turn the switch and you're like, oh shit, I don't actually have a key. There are 2 possible solutions to this problem I can think of off the top of my head. What would you like to do?
Shit.
You're like, I've stolen so many of these things. There's always been a way.
Let's see if that imp tech out there's got the key.
If you want to go inside, remember, that's inside. There's doors here.
Oh.
But you could try to go inside. This whole facility doesn't have power. Alternately, you could try to hotwire this thing.
You know what? I've been in a lot of Lambda shuttles. I've done some mechanic work on them. I think I could hotwire this bitch. I'm gonna try it.
2 purples.
Mechanics?
Yep.
Hey, there's a key behind this visor. Dude, I just put the visor down. There's a key right here.
Isn't it always the way? Lambda shuttle starts up. So,
All right.
Pain. Waz.
Waz, you're okay if I take this turn or not?
Yeah, go for it. I'm in a terrifying position.
Yeah, so we fly up here.
Okay. Are you flying, or is he flying?
I'll fly.
Okay. Go ahead and give me 1 purple this time. You made it most of the way. Alright, so you crash the ship, but with your 3 advantage, you guys can hop out.
Yeah, done. I was thinking about crashing that ship anyway.
You end up on the wrong platform, but you could jump over if you want. It's just an athletics check.
Yeah, I'll grab Brave and take him with me.
Ah, sure. I love this idea. Roll me a athletics check, 3 purple.
Hundreds of feet up in the air, this man just gets grabbed by this giant fucking robot. Come here. No!
What
You gonna
is this one?
jump.
Yep, I flipped
There's
the dark.
probably a key in the fire spray.
I flipped a dark side token to make him jump.
Alright, can I flip one to lower it?
Yeah.
Done.
I flipped it to make the event happen.
I'm okay with that. This
Yeah.
this setting has still worked out well enough for me to be happy.
And you didn't drop him.
Nope. Just scruffed him and went.
These fucking stormtroopers cannot be killed.
I love them.
So yeah, we show up. Did we crash that into the fire spray by
No,
chance?
no, the fire spray is intact.
Damn it.
Okay, so you guys
We
are
don't
gonna land the shuttle.
recognize that fire spray.
Nope, it's a standard Imperial fire spray. Quake Drive Yards made hundreds of these things, thousands of these things. These are the cheap, mass-produced models.
The Honda Civic, huh?
It's not quite a Honda Civic, but it's not like when people see it, they're like, "Oh, that's Boba Fett's ship. It's badass." And I'm like, "Yeah, his was one of 4 prototypes." But when they started mass producing them, they did what they did every time they mass produced something, and they wanted to make money.
Ah.
So
So the Lando was the right choice.
it's not the wrong choice.
I have an affinity for Lambdas.
All right. So I'm going to roll a couple things here. Looking good so far. That's not so good. But what could they possibly do about it? All right, so the ships in orbit rolled a critical. They start bombarding the base.
All that coming.
Everybody,
Total success.
everybody, roll me a D100.
Everybody?
Everybody.
I thought we took off already.
You did. They're bombing from orbit. They're like carpet bombing the area with turbo laser fire.
I had a 19.
You just made it. If you roll less than a 10, let me know.
$38. No,
That's
83.
83. 83. 53.
Okay, all good. There's fire falling from orbit, but none of it hits you either of your positions. Ooh, let me do that for...
Did they hit the base?
They definitely hit the base. I'm just seeing if they hit the TIE fighters. Which they don't. They're hitting this whole map now has random, like, imagine red dots in a video game, like where there's like that little red dot that gets consistently smaller until the thing from orbit hits. There's those like scattered all over the map now, just randomly coming down. All right, so last person to go is Waz. You think you pissed him off?
Yeah. I think the 2 TIE fighters are coming to shoot my tower.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to open up the doors and go down to where the burnt things is and try to stay at the very bottom of the tower.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll call you when we get there.
So, like, you and Lucy come through this room of gore, and
Hot gore, though.
yeah, there's just a stairwell that goes all the way down to the bottom, and there's really nothing else to it.
And we're going to stay like a foot away from that door.
Okay.
Brace together.
Okay. Well, that was the last turn of that round, so now we're at the top of the round.
Those poor TIE fighters are probably just like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, they know what's going on because their commander told them that he was not going to let this base fall into rebel hands under any circumstances, and he sent them down here to just hold you guys at bay long enough for him to destroy this place. Like they know they're being sacrificed.
Little does their commander know, we weren't trying to take the base.
Yeah, he doesn't actually know that.
We just wanted to destroy it.
Alright, we're going to try to pick up Waz.
Okay. So
flying.
it depends on how you want to do this. I'll make this a thing where you don't even have to roll a check if you don't mind the TIE fighters shooting at you. Or you can try to get fancy and either A, swoop and basically pick them up on the fly really fast and then try to jet away, or do like a strafing run where everyone can fire at the TIE fighters.
Man, let's strafe run them. Let's
Okay.
try to shoot something.
Okay, so you do another drift check, like you were trying to do with the 9v9 earlier, where you turn it so the guns are facing the bad guys. You're simultaneously putting the ramp door down, trying to line up with the gun, or trying to line up with the access way that Waz and Lucy are at, and give a shot to Payne and the other gunners. Because you have so many NPCs, you can actually fire all the guns.
Do it.
So your piloting check is going to be 1 red, 1 purple, 1 black. Unless you have setback removals. And if you pass this check, the number of successes you have are increases in abilities for everyone else. Oop. Okay, so you failed it, but you triumphed. So one of those things doesn't happen. But you can use your triumph to make the other happen. Go ahead.
Yeah. I want to pick up Waz, so we won't shoot nobody.
Okay. Waz, there's a Lambda shuttle that's taking fire right in front of your doorway. And
Is that you guys?
Yeah.
Captain,
Get in! Get in! Get in!
go, go, go!
Waz, you and Lucy are now on the ship. I'll count it as a maneuver for each of you, so your turn is not officially over, but I'm going to have the TIE fighters roll their attacks.
Can I boost the shields to one of the sides? Just like immediately come on, because that's a lot.
Well, no, because that's why I only took a maneuver. So you and Lucy are both going to get a maneuver. Or sorry, both going to get an action, but you lost your free maneuver to getting on the ship.
Yeah, I want to boost the shields towards the TIE fighters. So I've been on one of these a couple times.
They miss, but the shields are boosted. The orbital bombardment continues. So everybody roll your D100s again. If you get less than 10, let me know.
We're all in the same spot now. It counts for everybody.
There's 30% chance.
The TIE fighter and drones over here are hit by one of the orbital bombardment rounds.
79.
Ooh. $88.
Okay. Everybody made it then?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't hear pain, so I'm assuming it.
13.
Whew, cutting it
Yeah.
Oh
fucking
my
close.
god.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Look, you had a 19. I wanted to get closer.
Dude, that is shaving teeth close.
That's why I didn't say anything, was because he was like, I gotta let my butt unclench a little bit.
Yeah.
No, I was muted. I actually said it several times. I was like, man, that was awesome. I was holding the door open for Waz.
Apparently.
Yeah. It's hot out there.
All right, you guys can now go to orbit if you want. There's a ton of dots swarming towards you, though, on the radar.
I think we want to go backside of the planet and get, before we try to get out of here. Seems like going straight for the dots is not the best choice.
The problem is that, like, they already see you. I don't think that's going to be... That's not true. You want to do it? Your players, we'll let you do it.
Can we lose them in the lava flow, though?
You can try.
Like, I mean, the way they're tracking us, the heat off the lava's got to be causing issues with their sensors.
There's a couple technical problems with that, but I'll get more into it later. Because I don't want to just give you the answer. But yeah, you can try to lose them in lava flow.
Hold on, this lambda can jump into hyperspace, right?
It sure can, once you get out of the atmosphere.
Yeah. So, how much fighting will have to be done before we hit atmosphere? Based on how far away are they?
A lot. I mean, you're looking at probably 6 rounds at a minimum if you roll really well and you just gun for it.
Let's do it, guys.
What kind of communications does a Lambda have?
Just
Beefy one.
standard comms.
Yeah, so we can't get a message out to the rebels now or to the Proto Shadow.
Yeah, there's no way to use what you're looking for is a faster than light hypercom, of which only like Star Destroyers have. So that's not a thing that's even a possibility. Is 9 times out of 10 in the Star Wars universe. Just something to keep in mind.
Proto Shadow has one, right?
The Proto Shadow I think they have hypercom, but it's a special thing.
Okay.
All right. So, I guess we'll try to fight them until we get the atmosphere.
I lied. They do not have a hypercom. They have a holonet pirate array, which is different. So no, Proto Shadow can't do that either. Okay, so you're gonna head straight at him, or you're gonna do the lava flow thing?
I'm gonna
Did we
head
lose
straight
them
out.
in the lava? No.
No, fuck it. Let's go out with a bang.
Where I'm gonna knock the captain out and just take over. I swear, if I hear that one more fucking time, I'm just gonna drag you and be like, he's not in his right mind.
So go ahead and give me a planetary pilot. A space piloting check for 3 reds.
We got a co-pilot. Did I make it in yet?
Yeah, you did the shield, so you should be able to do a co-pilot.
It's gonna be 6 rounds of 3 reds.
That's actually going to be worse than that. You still have to fight.
Co-pilot helps.
You reduced by 2, though.
You might talk me into fucking going back into the lava.
I mean,
Oh no, I can't shoot though. That was my action.
yep.
Payne needs to get in that co-pilot seat.
You gonna
Yeah,
roll?
I'll swap with you.
I'm gonna roll it.
Well, that's good, because I wasn't really going to give you a choice at that point. You rolled a triumph, though. That does really, really well. So you make it, like, all the way through the atmosphere. They're shooting at you. You're jinking and weaving. I'm going to go ahead and roll these dark side points, because as soon as you break atmosphere, you're going to get caught in a tractor beam. So
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to make you get shot by the TIE fighters, but you do have to deal with the capital ships. So you're... Actually, we can get rid of these guys now because, you know, facility's a thing of the past. Okay. So, your Lambda shuttle's here. You've just broken atmosphere. The Quasar Fire Cruiser has got you in a military grade tractor beam. And they're going to start reeling you in. And you need to do an opposed piloting check to try to break free of it. So it's going to be 2 reds and 1 purple. And you have lots of light side tokens available, because I tripped a lot to get you here.
So you want a co-piloting first?
Yes, please.
What's co-piloting? Is that the 2 purple one or 3 purple? 2 purple.
2 purples.
Alright. I'm going to steal one of those light sides to make it better than 50-50. And you can have the rest of them.
So it becomes a 1 red, 2 purple.
Hold up. Don't count that. Don't count that. I forgot to take the purple off, although I passed it. What's that, an advantage? Yeah, I would have gotten 1-1, so.
Okay. So reduce yours by 1 for his, and then you can use your light side tokens as necessary.
Do I have a shot at wherever the tractor beam is coming from?
A lambda shuttle cannot possibly do what you're trying to do there.
Got it.
If
Can
you
I still shoot at it?
You absolutely can. Narratively, you can be pulling the trigger like crazy. Just know that if he fails this roll, you're not going to die. You're just going to be in prison. But he didn't fail the roll. So you break free of the tractor beam. And now you need to make an astrogation check while your friends are fighting. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the combat checks to shoot back and forth. Waz is going to roll me a 1 purple gunnery check to shoot at the cruiser because it's fucking huge. Anyone else who wants to roll any combat checks or other checks they can roll are welcome to do so. We do need a 3 purple astrogation.
Help him with the astrogation?
You absolutely can.
Take 2 boosts. I missed, but my excited screams as things are happening make you realize that it's not going well and you need to get out of here faster.
The
Matt, so if you use the combined check for the astrogation, whatever your astrogation is.
3 green.
Oh, you have 3 green? Okay, I have 4 green, so doesn't matter.
the
Do
Quasar
4 green and a boost.
The
Or
Quasar
do
fire
3 green
cruiser triumphs, so they re-engage the tractor beam. Yet again, you're going to have to make that check again. Also, the Nebulon B is swinging around wide and launching fighters. They are shooting at you with ion cannons.
What's the difficulty of the astrogation?
The astrogation was 3 purples. Okay, you passed that. Just barely, but barely still passes. Go ahead and roll me that.
You need a co-pilot?
Yeah, he's going to need a co-pilot, and he's got to roll a 2 red and a purple.
What's your co-pilot?
0. No help.
I'm flipping another destiny
I was
token.
about to say, you still got a destiny token.
Fuck.
Okay. So, the transport reels you in, and the Lambda shuttle is pulled into dock, and hundreds of stormtroopers are surrounding the Lambda shuttle. And that's probably where we're going to call the episode.
You just don't want us to do something stupid.
I don't think. Well, you guys could try if you really, really wanted to. So I had thought that Ranither was going to be here today, and I have a whole story arc that we were supposed to be doing with his stuff that was supposed to take up some of this time. But he's not here. So would you guys like to do part of his introduction, or would you rather call the episode?
I'm good.
Yeah,
Call
call it.
some travelers characters.
Yeah, I'm beat.
I mean, yeah, Jeremy, if you want to roll some traveler characters, I'll do it after the stream. We're not going to do it on stream, but yeah, I'd love to go through some of that if you want to sit down and do it. I've already rolled 1, 2. All right, so that's what we're going to call it. You guys did great. There really wasn't any escaping the tractor beam.
Yeah, I figured that.
Yeah. I was going to let you get away after you succeeded that check, and then the cruiser rolled a triumph, and I was like, oh, yeah, I still get to do it. But so the next session, assuming Ranithor is here, which I'll have to have words with him and see if he's going to actually do it. So he was supposed to go back to the Proto Shadow in need of your help for his little storyline. And I was going to see about having each of you roll a Jawa from his hometown that needed to come rescue the party. That was why you needed the generator, was because he was supposed to have to come save you.
You'd have to show up to do that.
Yep.
We're all screwed.
All right, well, and you left Randall behind too, so that'll be super fun.
They can come and save us.
Yeah.
You have to show up too.
Yeah, that too. All right, guys, I'm going to end the stream there.